Goddamn, guys. Goddamn.
Man, wow. Wow, man. We got again, typical WrestleMania season this year. We got a lot of WWE stories today. We have a lot of very bakeable stories today. But maybe today is the day we give Triple H a break. You know?
He don't go on, man. He don't go on at all. I'm sorry.
No,
Triple H, the
man.
day he gets a break is the day we get a break while watching Raw, SmackDown, one of these
NXT.
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Whatever pay-per-view, whatever is on television. We need the break before he does.
You know, you may have a point. You may have a point. However, look, man, we have a lot of WWE stories today. We're going to start you guys off with the AEW stories, being that we have 4 of them. Yeah, we're going to start you guys off with that, man. But my God, we have hit some new
WrestleMania
lows.
rock bottom.
Possibly. So, without any further ado, how's it going, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us for another edition of the news here today. This is episode 312. How's everybody doing? This is your first time watching, guys. You don't know how the show works. Every Monday, we're on here after Monday Night Raw with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday, we're on here at 3 p.m. Central with the news. And yeah, with that, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Monday after Raw for Unscripted. Also for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, live directly after the show goes off the air. Speaking of that, not this weekend, but next weekend, man. We have Dynasty. Next Sunday, we have Dynasty. Are you excited for
Let's go,
Dynasty?
man. I mean, I'm excited for the matches. I'm excited for the weekend. Usually with any pay-per-view nowadays, you really don't get a build to it. No matter the company, really. But pay-per-view looks pretty solid so far, man. And it's AEW. It's probably going to be a good show. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to that and the weekend.
Yes, for sure. Well, WWE's been giving us a spectacular build,
Yeah,
according to their
for
audience. Well, they're saying, this Mania looks to be the best in years.
just in years,
Mhm.
brother. No. Most of these matches have no build, and a lot of them I think people are kind of low key, in my opinion, overhyping. I don't expect a lot from the matches on the show, to be honest.
Well,
For most of them, to be honest, but hopefully it surprises me.
me too, bro. Me too. But with that being said, yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So we are going to be on here with Dynasty next weekend, man. So we do got that, but also, if you guys have not got your chance to pick up some of the NHP merchandise, such as the brand new slept on design, as you can see on your very screen, that's available for you guys on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, where you can grab yourselves this design as well as all the OG designs live on there now as we speak. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead, let everybody know what it is you're smiling about today.
Always answer that question, man, but I'm smiling. I'm here to talk about everything in the news today, man. These 4 wonderful AEW stories and all these WrestleMania related mess of WrestleMania in WWE in 2026, man. Um, love talking about it, dude. Truly do. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Just been hanging out, man. Not really much going on lately. Waiting for these weekends, waiting for Dynasty, waiting for WrestleMania, man. Pumped. Um, and I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Like Toronto always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing? In the live chat, Tom, Logan, how you guys doing? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I am doing pretty good. Yeah, like you said, this is the last bit of this is the last weekend we get before we got two back-to-back hectic ones. So pretty crazy. This shit is flying by. This shit is flying
It
by.
really is.
I cannot lie to you, man. I cannot lie to you. It definitely feels like it's flying by a little bit. However, as for you guys, well, I'm doing good. And as for you guys, we got my brother Tom in the chat, and we have the greatest manager of all time. Hope you guys went and peeped Logan's stream. He was just live. Shout out to that man, bro. This dude has been working his ass off, bro, every fucking day. This guy's like, yeah. He tells us, yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably go from, and then he proceeds to just casually list like fucking 6 hours worth of a live stream. So, hey, he's put in a lot of hard work. Please go watch Logan stuff, man. Do me the favor. Please go watch Logan stuff, man. It is good stuff. Again, very informative young cat there, manager Logan, and he's very good dude, man. Very good dude. So go tap in with Logan, man. He's really been working his ass off, bro. So
On the grind, man. Been like 5, 6 days straight of like 5+ hour streams. It's crazy.
this dude is gonna go on Easter, bro. He's a monster.
He's gonna, his demon.
Yes, this man was
He is
legitimately
gonna go on Easter. Oh man,
he was
that's
legitimate.
crazy.
He was legitimately thinking about it. Guy's a demon, bro. Guy's a demon. Um,
He is a demon.
my man Tom, bro. What's going on, dude? He says, WWE WWE does another ticket sale. Hey, brother, let me tell you, we got the news, bro. We got the news. We have news on their little discount they did, and we have news on the state of the ticket sales. So we're gonna get you guys we're definitely gonna get you guys hooked up with that, bro. Um, hey, I know you were thinking about it though, bro. I know the people aren't gonna know that.
You're thinking about it.
Logan's taking the Easter holiday off. Let me tell you, bro. This motherfucker
It's good.
the other day, he I know he was thinking about it, bro. I know he was.
Oh, you know he was, man. It's been 12 days straight, apparently. Crazy run.
It has been a crazy run. It really has. Um, he said. He says, AEW, Tom says AEW's got to compete with WWE. Look,
Should.
sometimes, I think it was 2 weeks ago, AEW, they put up a decent fight, bro.
They did put up a little decent fight, man. They got to get more drama. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get Britt Baker back, man, and let's have Friday popping for AEW again.
100%, bro. We could get Britt Baker back and we could hear stories about, motherfuckers being chased out of the bathroom and being chased into the bathroom and people sandbagging people, there could be a bunch of good stories. There could be a bunch of good stories there. However, hey man, we got Easter coming up on Sunday. So this will be the last stream before well, let me get right back to you on that. This will be the last news before before Easter. So just want to wish you guys happy holidays if you do celebrate. Hope you guys have fun coloring eggs and eating all the great Easter food, whatever's on your family's platter, whatever that may be. Hope you guys do have a wonderful Easter, man, and I hope also to my fellow Mutt players, if you guys have got any Sugar Rush eggs that are good, and if not, quick sold them for carrots like I have because the fucking pack odds suck. I hope you guys do get some good eggs, man. I hope you guys do get some good eggs, bro. So happy Easter to you guys, man, and hey, wishing you guys nothing but the best. Nothing but the best holiday, bro.
Really nothing but the best holiday. Eat all the Easter chocolate you want, man, and fill those baskets. Go. I mean, might not want a Triple H. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, man.
Yeah.
Fill those baskets. Have a good Easter, man. Hope you guys enjoy the holiday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. with that, so there is going to be a stream tomorrow, and it is going to be, we gave it a while. Maybe like a month. We gave it a month. And we've seen how things have attempted to shape themselves out, I guess. And we are very proud to announce that tomorrow we will be bringing you guys another edition of Notorious Heels Gaming. See, as you can see, we have WWE 2K26 tomorrow, as we will be. Look, man. Again, we've heard the hype. We've heard the hype. We've heard the complaints. And I guess it is our turn to really figure this thing out, right? Really get to the bottom of this, and see if this game is really worth see if this game is really worth some streams, man. So we got 2K26 coming to you guys tomorrow. It's looking to be about 7 p.m. Central, so it's going to be a later evening show. And hey, stop by, man. Talk about video games, wrestling, sports, whatever you guys want to fucking music, whatever you guys want to talk about on the gaming stream, bro. Tap in, tap it. Oh shit, NXT Stand and Deliver is tomorrow. Yeah, it's that'd be alright.
Yeah, that'll be alright. No one watches that shit anyway.
So, I genuinely forgot about that fucking show. So
exactly.
So yes, come tap in with your boys. And we're gonna we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna see if the hype is really real. Also, if you guys are interested, man, we have been thinking about a couple different games as well, going live with. One of them we thought about was Rocket League. We also thought about what was House Flipper 2, and Power Wash Simulator 2. We've been thinking about those too. We've been thinking about coming on here with those. Those are really good games to kind of just at least House Flipper and Power Wash Simulator. Man, I tell you what, you get on those games with the guys, man, and those are just they're almost they're like talking simulators. They really are. They're very good segues for conversation for some reason. But if you guys are interested in those, we have been thinking about those as well, man. But tomorrow night, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, bro. We're gonna see if WWE 2K26 is really really worth the hype.
See if it's worth the hype, man. I think I did the test. I opened it and I was like, let me do a test match. Instead of in the smart way picking, a short normal match to, just test out the game.
Right.
I saw that they had it, so I was like, okay, they have a 3 stages of hell match. Let me try one of these, man. I haven't tried one of these in one of these games. I don't know why I would test it with a long ass match like that, because I did not finish that match. I got through that first fall, and I was like, okay, this is this gonna take way too much time to test out this game. So I quit halfway through. I was getting my ass whooped by Roman Reigns as CM Punk. Might be a fucking insight to WrestleMania. We don't know yet. But so far it looks pretty fun, man. So far it seems pretty fun.
Nice. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I have not touched the game at all. All I did was open the app to make sure everything was running smoothly. Probably at some point tonight, we will probably just test to see how easy it is to get into one another's lobbies.
That's true.
But with that, yes, tomorrow we will be live with another edition of Notorious Heels Gaming, man. So I'm very excited for that, and yes, very excited to see what all the hype is about. So,
most definitely.
Hey, Manager Logan, the invite has always been and still is there. Yes, that motherfucker's on the table. You just gotta pick it up, bro. You just gotta pick it up.
Exactly.
So, let's see, man. We're gonna start you guys off with AEW. AEW stories, man. We have 4 to go over today. Starting off with a bit of an unfortunate one, but Kyle Fletcher my guy Kyle Fletcher, bro. Kyle Fletcher leaves AEW Collision last week in a walking boot after concern. According to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, this situation is not a storyline and looks to be legitimate. No shit, Brian. All you gotta do is watch the fucking video.
Like what?
Kyle Fletcher left the show last week in a walking boot. Whatever the injury is, it's legit. I hope for the best for him. Is that?
Yeah, that's all it takes, man. That injury, it's legit.
That's all he had to say. What?
That's all he had to say. No details on recovery, on updates, on word of mouth backs, nothing. Just, yeah, I think it's legit.
Okay, so let me give a bit more context from what I seen. Thanks for the thanks for the update, Brian. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, bro, they were doing like a fall away slam spot at the same time, and it looked like they were too close to each other in the middle of the ring. And the way Davis fell, it kind of like prevented Fletcher's left knee from like extending out to the point where when he fell back, his leg was bent and kind of just fell in on itself. It was a very awkward landing. And again, from what he did provide us, he did leave the show in a walking boot, and was seen leaving the show still in a walking boot. So it's, again, we have no update. Brian provides an amazing update, from us. Amazing. That this is a this is not a storyline, and this does look to be legitimate. I would hope so. I don't think they're running the Seth Rollins gig on us over here, but ruining the locker room morale with the fake injury angle. But regardless, man, it seems Fletcher had a bit of an injury scare. Up until this point, we've heard nothing on Fletcher, so hopefully everything kind of works itself out, man. Hopefully everything works itself out. He ends up being okay, but it was a very, very scary spot. I will say, one fucking AEW account, I can't remember which account it was, they post this video, right? And I don't think they knew the clip they were posting, because it's the clip on Twitter of Fletcher's knee, like Fletcher's, awkward landing. And I don't think they fully watched till the end of it, because they captioned the video something like it was, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like AEW is unmatched, or AEW's electrifying, or it was something like that. And it's the video of this dude hurting himself. Like, bro, do y'all not watch what you post, bro? So that gave me a good laugh, but for all the fucking wrong reasons. Because, man, if Kyle Fletcher really is anywhere near being hurt for a long time, man, that is not good, man. That is not good. He needs to be the one to dethrone Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship sooner rather than later.
Exactly, and that was my big concern, man. Injuries suck in the spot. No one can control it. It was an unfortunate spot. It looked kind of brutal, not brutal, but it was like one of those, like, damn, that don't look good type of spots, man. Fans saw him leaving in a boot, and hopefully it's nothing too long-term damaging. Hopefully it doesn't mess with any real valuable plans that AEW might have for him later in this year, man. And I hope it doesn't mess with any world title, anything with Will Ospreay that we're all kind of predicting happen later in the year, man. Hopefully it doesn't mess with that. Hopefully he's good, and even if he doesn't look too well, hopefully it's nothing too serious and truly damaging, man.
Yes. So, with that, we just kind of mentioned Will Ospreay. when talking about the guy that Kyle Fletcher needs to dethrone for the AEW World Championship. And speaking of Will Ospreay, he's got a hometown show coming up. That being Sunday, August 30th. Ooh, that is a Sunday too. Sunday, August 30th, AEW will be running All In London. And according to Uncle Dave, so far for AEW All In 2026, they have sold, and mind you, this is at Wembley Stadium, the stadium that holds like 90,000 people. I think they did like 80,000 the first time they were there. So far, they've sold 21,896 tickets for AEW All In. Honestly, bro, with that, you could have sold out right there the O2, or at least been close. Yeah. See, now my question to you is, bro, you have, let's see, the O2 Arena, the capacity. Okay, the capacity. Yes, the capacity is 20,000. I had a feeling I would have at least been close to the number. They have a capacity of 20,000. With that number there, they could have probably sold out the O2 damn near on day one. Bro, do you think they will even come close to 80,000? Do you even think, I think the second time they were there, they were maybe at like 40 or 50, which is still a great number. And, 21,000 is a great number if they're not in Wembley fucking Stadium. So do you think that, they will even come close to that? And do you think that Tony Khan should have just kept to the theme like he did with All in Texas of kind of just moving the show around?
I think he should have kept the theme of moving it around. I think moving it back to London is just very cheap and very Tony Khan of just going back to the same location over and over and over again. And I hope this is the last one in Wembley for a long time, because as per your second question, I do not think they'll get anything close to 80,000, man. Their absolute peak would be like 45, and that's pushing it, man. I see like 37, 40 at most, man. I can see them reaching that numbers, especially with more matches, kind of shaping up closer to the show. We'll know what Will Ospreay's doing, Kenny, Speedball, especially with Kenny, all that whole circle of whatnot. We'll see how the show looks up closer to the show, and I think that will get them more tickets. Um, I just don't think there's the possibility they reach like the 80s and 70s and nothing like that. I think the peak they'll get is like 40, probably more like 37,000 tickets for the show, man. Which again, like you said, it's still a good number. It's still a crazy good amount of people. But you're going to an 80,000 seat arena. That's technically only half of the fucking arena, man. Should have really took it around, take it to different locations all around, man. And even if you want to go to London, go to a normal sized arena in
Yes.
London. I don't get the Wembley obsession, especially when you already beat the record with the first. I would get if there's like chasing the record of something they haven't technically made yet, but like you went there first, you beat the all-time fan record, whatever the fuck. For a single night, WWE in their 2 nights, we got 130,000 people here. Like that's
Yeah.
not how it works. Half of these people are the same from yesterday, but like you don't need to chase the big number anymore. Just chase good numbers and filling numbers for the arena you're going to. I think that's what they should really focus on, man.
100%, bro. They should have done it the first time, got that 81,000, set that record, and never went back. Because to be honest, the only people chasing that 81,000 number again is WWE. They're the only people that are chasing that, and WWE. Especially if they were to go there in today's WWE, the only way they're getting close to that number is just off the back of London getting a WrestleMania, because I can guarantee you it's not because of the product. But see, AEW, I got the stats here. AEW did about 81,000, or people say the real number is about 78,000 the first year. In 2024 saw 53,000 in Wembley. And in 2025, when they went to Arlington, Texas at Globe Life Field, they got 21,973. So they're already, they've already beat that number, which is great, But, bro, my thing is with AEW, obviously, now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they play no baseball over in London. I'm pretty sure they don't. So,
I think there's like a world tour of baseball nowadays, but I don't even think it's like big in London. I think it's like big in Japan from what I've seen.
yeah, I believe so. At least I'm pretty sure baseball is pretty big in like Japan and China. But I think AEW's best bet with these shows, bro, is to just go to a big baseball park in the US every year. Now there's a lot. There's a lot you could do. You obviously have Globe Life Field, which you went to. There's two of them in Chicago you can use that are more than serviceable. You could fucking hunker down and make us, head up to Wrigleyville, or you can, just take one of the
Or
exits off the Dan Ryan and head over to head over to Comiskey Park, where the White Sox play. There's two there. Now, again, I'm not really big on baseball. I don't really know a lot of the names of the stadiums themselves, like I kind of would for like a basketball arena or a football stadium. But you go where the Yankees play, the Mets. You can where was the one that WWE was just Petco Park for San Diego where the Padres play. There's a lot of places, there's a lot of baseball parks in the US that have about that capacity of 21 to 25,000 people, that you could see people on the floor to those and be just fine. Now again, too, you're coming here in August, bro. You could easily go to Wrigley. You could easily go to Comiskey, somewhere out here. The one where the St. Louis Cardinals play. There's a lot. There's a lot of baseball stadiums you can do. And based by the numbers you're getting, a place like Wembley Stadium is not the place for you, man. Again, why I don't understand why they couldn't have just went to the O2 Arena. Again, something that has the capacity of 20,000, or I don't know if they have another arena that's bigger than that, but typically when you think of arenas in the UK, the O2 is the first one that comes to mind. But that is based off the stats we're getting. I think that's AEW's best bet, bro, because coming to London, for the third time in 4 years, man, you can clearly start to see the well is running dry, if it hasn't already. I mean, every year you've just kind of made yourself look worse. So I think it's time, you probably pack it up and not do the London All In every single year. I think, again, like I said, man, based off what I'm seeing, your best bet is to run every single year in the US, or just not even in the US, in a baseball park. The baseball park's a really cool aesthetic. That's why I say that, but just 20,000 seat arenas, bro. At the end of the day, it's still All In, okay? WrestleManias used to be in arenas, bro. It's okay. It is okay.
it's it's
You,
like it's fine.
it's not it's not where the show takes place, man. It's what you make of the show. If you still treat AEW All In London like it's your top show, then it's still going to be your top show, no matter where you hold it. So, and again, and even for All In, they still like get a pretty AEW gets a pretty good number for a lot of their pay-per-views. So, as long as you treat AEW All In like it's a big show, then, bro, just go to arenas that are about 25 to 30,000 people seat arenas. So,
Yeah, exactly. Whether it's baseball fields or, they do probably get close to the 40 like everyone's predicting. You could go to US fucking football fields
yes.
if your product's feeling good that year, man. I would stick to baseball fields for now. I think they're a safer bet with size, and I love baseball field wrestling shows. They're one of my
Mhm.
favorite vibes. I love that long ass ramp that they always got to do because of those shows, and a lot of them, they got to turn. You got the tightly packed people. I love baseball fields for wrestling shows. I do. And like Tom says in the comments, I said this shit when WWE moved WrestleMania to Vegas again. Tr- Tony Khan should have stolen New Orleans with All In from WWE after they pulled that shit, man. I said it when they pulled that shit that Tony Khan should take All In there, and he should have, man. He should have. That is taking the market and running with it.
Bro, man, God, I don't know how he didn't do that, bro. I did not know. I do not know. I do not know how he didn't swoop in and get that, man. And even too, like for example, one of the smallest stadium in the NFL is, what do you know, Soldier Field here in Chicago. Um, they have a capacity of 61,000. So, bro, and it can go up to 72,000. So, bro, if you again, if you're getting around, or again, if people are predicting around the range of 40, Soldier Field or a smaller stadium like that would be perfect, bro. It really
It really
would.
would.
I mean that they could come right here where the Thunderbolts play, man. You know, you ever seen that baseball park by us, bro? The
I have. I think I know which one you're talking about. They could they could come to the Credit Union One amphitheater too. You never know, man. They could take a dynamite there.
Oh
Um,
man, you
you
got
never know, man.
oh brother, you got motherfuckers sitting out in the grass seating, bro. No, man, but I mean, it's there are options for AEW, bro. Because like, let me see what the exact. Let's see. Yeah, I mean that's perfect, dude. Look, Wrigley Field, the home of the Cubs, they have a capacity of 41,000 people. Like, bro, that's perfect. Even if you
Yeah,
get
quite
30,
literally per.
I mean, you'll be all right. But bro, I mean, it is again, man, it's perfect for AEW, bro. That's why I'm saying, dude, bring All In to baseball parks in the U.S. They have a perfect amount of capacity, bro. They really do.
No, they really do. I think that's the best way to do it. Stop going to Wembley. You don't need to chase a number that you already hit. You already hold the record. So just run with the record for now. Wait till WWE tries to beat it, and folks gotta pay fucking the amount of if you're going to a WWE show nowadays, you got to pay for the amount of people that's going to be in the crowd in dollars for your ticket, man. You got to pay like 80K for ringside tickets if they go to Wembley, man. I don't think they'll be able to do 81 plus this year or next year with the way things are looking, man. They need to build themselves up again. You're going to have that record for a while, dude. Just run with it and do shows that pack out.
Yes, 100%, 100%, bro. Yeah, like Tom says, bro, we gotta do something with Soldier Field, bro. We gotta do something. We gotta do fucking something with the damn place before they pack up and become the fucking Hammond Bears or whatever they're gonna be, the Gary Bears. Um, we got to do something with it, bro. So Tony Khan, bro, jump on the opportunity. I've been waiting for somebody to go to Soldier Field anyway. Um,
Something, dude. Can someone go to someone's there for something? WWE, AEW, I don't care. Somebody.
we have so many beautiful outdoor arenas, and we have beautiful weather in the summertime, man. I don't know why nobody's ever jumped on the opportunity
Right. It's such a big market that they just fail with every year.
every year. We got news on some AEW departures, man. We got news on AEW departures. According to Fightful Select, Lady Frost, her deal has expired at midnight on April 1st, which was 2 days ago. She's now a free agent. Since then, she has announced that she is signing with the home of the rejects, MLW.
It really is the home of the rejects, man. I was telling you, I was watching this video of this tag match. It was Matt Riddle, Baron Corbin, Karrion Kross, and Ridge Holland. Whatever his
Ridge
fucking
the
new name
Fridge is
is.
over there?
Yep, he's over there too. It's
Really?
literally the land of the rejects, dude, from all companies. And Lady Frost is another reject joining MLW, man. Rejects for a reject company, apparently.
Wow, what's his name in MLW, bro? I gotta see.
I, I have no clue what his name is. I didn't
He,
even peep. I just saw them
dude,
all.
he went back to being Luke Menzies.
Luke Menzies. Dude, it's so funny because
Man,
when he was Ridge Holland, I didn't know he was Luke Menzies.
he's Luke Menzies, bro. He's
This
Luke
shit is
Menzies, the
hilarious.
legend.
They, but she's with the rejects, man. She's in the land of the rejects. She's with Matt Riddle, fucking Karrion Cross, Baron Corbin, and now Luke
Dijak.
Menzies. Dijak, he's there too. He was in that match, I think. It was either him or Rich Holland, one of the two.
There you go. There you go, man. I thought I just heard like super recently that Ridge retired.
He might have been there and then he retired. That's
Yeah,
might what it have been because
yeah.
I think it was Dijak in the video, another reject.
Because I seen a video where he was saying like in a way, like when he ended Big E's career, like in a way his
It
career
ended
ended
his.
too. I was like,
I
damn,
mean,
that's kind of
yeah,
true.
no, it is. I mean,
You're kind of cooking, bro.
you can't, you never really came back from that one, dog.
Yeah, I
Same
mean
in
he.
NXT.
Yeah, he was really somebody that wasn't ready. That shouldn't have really been up there
No,
anyway, man. Vince brought him up there because he liked his girth and he wanted to put him with Sheamus. You know, um,
okay,
eh,
yeah, he
eh,
was with Sheamus. Oh man,
yeah. He
oh
he
brother.
he wanted to put him in the Brawling Brutes, which was a fun little group for a while, man. But he shouldn't have been up there, man. He really shouldn't have.
He's one of those people, and this might sound harsh, man. He's one of those people that have time in NXT and never make it up and just end up getting released, man.
Yeah, like Lance and Hawaii, bro. He never made it.
He never made it, man. He literally just never made it.
Never made it.
I don't know how bad bro was, because they got your boy Hikaleo up there fucking doing nothing. I don't know how anyone's worse than that. I gotta see the clips of him if he's that bad. He didn't
Which
even make it to NXT.
Which is crazy, dude, because I see like clips of him tagging with Zilla on the indies and he looks fine to me. I mean, I don't like the way they were describing him. I mean, you would have thought he was like Eva Marie in the ring. And I mean, he's not that bad. Maybe he's just not coachable, you know?
That's what it was. It's like he was like a teachable person, and maybe that's what they meant, but he didn't make it, man. He just didn't make it.
Meltzer was right, bro. He didn't make it. So Lady Frost has experience working for the likes of Ring of Honor, TNA, CMLL, and NWA, as well as one WWE match. Fightful has added that there are already companies interested in her, which, like I said, since then she did announce she went to the home of the rejects. The second name is Willie Mack. Willie Mack is also set to leave AEW and addressed his impending departure on Twitter by writing this. When your boy is about to become a homeless superhero because the booker doesn't think he's worth the money. Hashtag where the best wrestle. End quote. Mack has worked for AEW and ROH since 2023, but has only wrestled one match in 2025. A loss to Wheeler Yuta on the March 1st edition of Collision. A veteran on the independent wrestling scene, Willie Mack has formerly wrestled for TNA/Impact, and as of late, he's been a staple in JCW Juggalo Championship Wrestling with the Juggalo Rider. And, let's see. In a response to an article suggesting he already left AEW, Mack tweeted out, wrong, still there. He also corrected a fan saying that he was only on a appearance deal and not a full-time contract. So speaking of that story, according to Fightful, Willie Mack is still with AEW, but was moved from a full-time salary deal to a pay per appearance tier 0 contract. Oh, geez, that's just great. I'm on a
Oh,
tier
that's
0. It is unknown why this happened. Well, this explains why Willie Mack's been such a staple in Juggalo Championship Wrestling, bro. We seen Willie Mack after a Juggalo Championship show in a fucking Denny's with a bunch of Juggalo riders.
Saw him with a bunch of fucking juggalos eating in Denny's, man. We didn't go say hi. I didn't want to bother them, but we did see them in a Denny's, man.
Yeah,
So
we're not
there you
we're not like these fans, telling Dominic Mysterio, "Have a heart, man.
Oh,
You wouldn't be shit without us.
need
You need us."
you
Oh,
did you see the ones with Ova too?
I was
Those
just gonna
fucking
mention,
dorks.
yeah, these campers trying to autograph farm the man. My goodness.
They gotta give these guys a squirt gun and just start shooting at them with it. Just give them a water gun and just let them fucking have fun.
I would, bro. I would. If I was a wrestler, man, I would totally be strapped with a water gun for sure. As soon as these motherfuckers came up to me with some cardboard boxes, start spraying the cardboard boxes, it'll fuck the whole thing up, man. No, we didn't go say hi to Willie Mack, bro. We did see Willie Mack, but yeah, we're normal people, The guy wanted to sit down and eat with his Juggalo buddy, so hey, man, do your thing, bro. But
Exactly.
yeah. But bro, Lady Frost has already found herself some new work, and Willie Mack is. It seems he's still with AEW, but he's just not getting paid at all. He's like a super part-time. He's like a fucking seasonal employee with AEW. So because again, he's on a pay per appearance deal, but they haven't used him since March 1st of 2025. That's 13 months ago. Hopefully now he finds himself some work. Willie Mack's always one of those unfortunate cases, bro. Always somebody who really never got the opportunity that they, really deserved. Either that or he got completely screwed, like kind of what happened to him in WWE with the whole Apollo Crews thing. But this sucks. This really sucks for Willie Mack. He's about to go homeless. That really sucks. I hope he finds himself some work, man. And, one day, he doesn't have to, be at Denny's at, 11 o'clock at night.
Exactly. You don't got to be at Denny's with a bunch of weird ass juggalos, man. And that's the only place he can find work, apparently. That sucks, man. Hope everything goes all right for him. Hopefully he finds some work and is able to get paid and able to move on, man. It sucks. I'm guessing he's still on that per appearance deal, which, Tony Khan takes now all of a sudden to start saving money. That's very unfortunate for Willie Mack, man. I hope everything goes well. I really hope he finds some work, man, and he doesn't have to fucking just wait for Tony Khan to call that's probably not gonna come. And one of those things where you just ask yourself, Tony Khan, why don't you just let him go completely and let him go do his own thing? I don't get that mentality.
100%. 100%. So yeah, hopefully everything works out, man. And speaking of more AEW news, man, Chris Jericho, man. So first off, how did Chris Jericho's AEW return, kind of shape up? Well, according to Sean Ross Sapp, he says that Chris Jericho's status has been uncertain for weeks, with internal conversations pointing to a complicated situation involving his deal, time off, and outside commitments. Sapp explained that the first signs of any movement came about a month ago, when the word started circulating that Chris Jericho's contract wasn't straightforward. He says, so I want to say about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I talked to somebody in AEW, or no, it was probably about a month ago, when I got word that the deal had been frozen or extended due to time that he had off. there were also people I talked to who said Jericho may or may not have told them he didn't really want to give up outside project, and WWE would have probably made him do that. That played a role. It was also that it wasn't that WWE didn't pay him what he wanted. There was some pushback because about a week or so ago, it seemed he might be WWE bound. There were people saying, I don't know if he's coming back here. I was about to dig into that and reach out to WWE sources, but they didn't know anything. They had not heard anything. This past weekend, I got a message, yo, I think he's coming back. I think he's coming back to AEW. And then today it became very definitive. I found out he traveled to Winnipeg last night under a shroud of mystery, and Chris Jericho was back with AEW without ever really leaving AEW. That was how AEW, or that was how, his return came to be. But we got a word from Meltzer, bro. Meltzer, he's got the deets. He's got the deets. He says, according to Uncle Dave, the belief around Chris Jericho going to WWE is now dead. And he's back with AEW for the long term.
Man, I wouldn't, I saw him on Dynamite and it was like, wonder if he's still going to show up at Mania.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, he might be the guy Orton's on the phone with still.
Yeah, exactly. It could be Jericho, man. I love Meltzer, man.
He's
it's off the table now.
Yeah, it's done.
Off the table.
It's done now.
Done. No more of that, man. Like of course. This whole Jericho's one of those things where, I think for him personally, AEW just works more with, all the outside project he does and the creativity he likes to have, which, can sometimes be a very good thing or a very bad thing. And obviously, I think that's what kind of messed it up with the WWE talks. But overall, I think creatively, at least for the fans, it would have been so much more refreshing to see him in WWE, man. With break the walls down, you could do a whole bunch of new stuff with some people he hasn't seen in like 10 years at this point, and people he's never interacted with before. I think that really would have been nice. But he's back in AEW. That return really didn't give us a hint of what he'll be doing, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And it's interesting, man. I think it is what's best for Jericho, obviously, with all the outside projects he likes to do and all that, man. And I get it, but it is very concerning from an AEW TV standpoint of what is he gonna do and who is he gonna, really, who is gonna be trapped with that Jericho vortex, man. That's always concerning.
Yes. No, I completely agree with what you're saying, man. I think you know, for Chris as a person, AEW fits more of what he looks for in a wrestling company, man. However, creatively, bro, first of all, we'll talk about it on Monday, man, but like that return was just odd. It was just very oddly produced and very oddly done. Um, you know, it's I just don't know. I'm just not really jiving with him, man. He's done everything, he's done everything he needs to in AEW. He helped build the house. He helped put a lot of guys over. He's worked with a lot of guys, man. But at this point, dude, it's just like there's not really anything of interest that Jericho can really do that I really care to see personally. I just don't. I don't care to see Chris Jericho, you know, in AEW working with anybody that either we've seen him work with before, and these new guys, I don't really care to see them work with Chris Jericho either. I think creatively, like you said, it would have been very refreshing to see him in WWE. At the same time, I get why he didn't choose to leave AEW, man. Jericho, he's got the Jericho Cruise, which was a problem. If anybody remembers, it was a big problem the first time he was in WWE. They did not want him doing that. They wouldn't even give that was kind of the Jericho Cruise is really the whole reason he went to AEW. If you look at the domino effect of it all, Jericho, he didn't want to work with any other promotion in the States other than WWE. He wanted NXT people on the cruise. Triple H said no. That led to him getting ROH, which one thing fell into another, and then he worked New Japan, and then he came to AEW in the States, which went against his original word, and then he was working AEW, and it really all kind of, dominoed from there. But, so I mean, this is really all Triple H's fault. But a lot of things is yeah, a
always
lot.
goes back to Triple H,
It
man.
man does it. It really does. But yeah, so he just has nothing left in AEW to do, man. He has nothing left. I don't think anybody really cares to see Jericho back in AEW. I think everybody, creatively, I think it would have been better for him to be in WWE, but I really use that loosely because at the end of the day, he was probably going to be, coming out there doing a catchphrase every promo and, doing the same bullshit. I mean, it wouldn't it probably would end up being horrible in WWE too, but at the end of the day, it would at least would have been a little refreshing because again, he's faced everybody in AEW. He's done everything, 2 times over. It's just the well is there's no water at the bottom of that fucking thing, dude. There really isn't. But speaking of WWE, Meltzer also gave us an update, and Dave, I think we heard this one before, but we'll for the sake of him being back in AEW, we'll reiterate it. WWE only wanted to bring Chris Jericho in for a farewell tour for retirement. This included a plan for 2026 to be built around retirements with AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, and possibly Chris Jericho. That's also probably another factor of this whole thing. Jericho maybe didn't feel like he was ready to retire.
No, exactly. And if he does, I don't know if he would want to do a whole WWE retirement tour. Not only because they fucked up the most important one ever in John Cena, but AJ Styles would have been having one at the same time. So would Brock. You don't want to be just, he's the third fucking,
Yeah.
retirement tour going on at the same time. And I think it's really funny that so far 2 of these guys have basically told WWE, no, I'm not doing that. AJ Styles retired early, probably a factor because of that. And Chris Jericho didn't come back, probably because of that, man. It's kind of funny. That's what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket and just repeat the same story over and over again with a bunch of different people. What did you think was going to happen? I'm glad all these people rejected that shit. Hopefully that's their lesson to not do it, not overdo it, but that is WWE at the end of the day. But I don't blame Chris Jericho. Even if he didn't want to retire this year, or even if he did,
Yeah.
he probably wanted to do it his own way and in his own vibe and his own like on-screen reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he just jived with that idea. So I definitely understand why he didn't come back creatively. If that was all they had for him is just, well, we're doing all these retirement things. You're going to be a part of it. Like, no, man, no. Especially
Mm-hmm.
if Mania went the way they wanted to, and Rey Mysterio was in there too with the retirement tours and like all. Just stop, man. Just stop.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. That probably could have, aided Jericho staying with AEW is if he really, like, if I want to do a retirement tour, I want to do it my way. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and have WWE pull the strings and say, okay, well, we're gonna have Gunther retire you, and then obviously, like you said, Gunther's already retired 3 guys in the past year, so. for Jericho, it's like, do you want to be another spoke on the wheel type of thing? Do you want to just be another stat for Gunther? Or would you want to stay in AEW and kind of, if you want anybody to be involved, people of Jericho's past, people like Lance Storm, people like Edge, people, Tony, or even some of them old New Japan guys, or some of those old grandpas from fucking CMLL and AAA that Jericho, used to wrestle with back in the day. Tony's gonna go out and get him. He's gonna spend whatever kind of money he's gonna get to make it special for Chris. Triple H don't give a fuck about no retirement tour. He really did. He didn't give a shit about John Cena's retirement tour. You think he's gonna give a fuck about Chris Jericho's retirement tour? Triple H, one thing you gotta understand about Triple H, man, he's a bitter fuck. Okay, he's a bitter fuck. He doesn't care about people's retirement tour. He didn't even. I guess he only cared about his own. Because he had to go out there at WrestleMania 37 and steal the spotlight and put his boots down because he's a bitter fuck. But he again, from the
He didn't get a retirement tour.
That's why he's a bitter fuck, because he didn't get a retirement tour himself, so he thinks nobody's deserving of a retirement tour because he didn't get one. You know what I mean? So that's why he sits his bald ass in Gorilla trying to relive some of the hype from the 90s. But Tony, and that's one thing we say about Vince. You can say whatever you want about Vince. Vince would have knocked the shit out of the park with John Cena's farewell tour. He would have. I genuinely believe that. You got people sitting here talking about, WWE would be better with Vince because Triple H is horrible. That's bullshit, okay? But if you could say one thing about Vince, it's John Cena. John Cena was his son, okay? He loved John Cena, bro. And I believe he would have knocked it out of the park with John Cena's farewell tour. I could say the same thing for Tony Khan. Look at what Tony did for Sting. You don't think he's going to do something like that for Chris Jericho? He's going to look at what Tony did for Sting. He kept him undefeated. He brought in the Great Muta. You know what I mean? He really Great Muta is again somebody from Sting's past. He set Sting up with, again, this like going out on top tag team run with the tag titles, bro. It was beautiful. You don't think Chris Jericho, you don't think he's gonna, and he let Sting pick his final opponents, which was the Bucks. You don't think he's gonna do something like that for Chris? And again, there is nothing I'd really care to see for Jericho to do in AEW, but at the end of the day, I can't say I don't see why he did it, because I do.
Exactly. I definitely see why he did it creatively, because Triple H would have nothing for him. He would have faced fucking Matt Cardona, The Miz, and fucking Gunther as his last 3 matches and called it a fucking day. And it would have been meaningless, man. And Tony Khan has a good track record with retirement tours. In Sting, he fucking brought Ric Flair in with a whole fucking energy drink and fucking whatever that other thing he was selling
Woo Wings
was. That's what it was. Wings. That's what it was. Woo Wings. Those fucking that shit looked horrible, man.
Terrible.
But he brought him in solely for Sting, man, and that type of shit's cool. And Jericho's gonna recognize that shit and want that type of shit for himself when he's on the way out, man. He doesn't want to just lose to Gunther and fucking face fucking Matt Cardona on episodes of SmackDown. No one wants to do that fucking shit, dude. I don't blame Jericho at all. I think he made the best decision for himself. Again, it really would have been nice to see him in WWE, as more of an identity thing and more of just, it would be very fresh for what he's been doing in AEW, but I don't blame his decision at all, man. I completely understand it.
100%. 100%, man. So, speaking of WWE, man, that is everything for the AEW stories, man. And now moving on to WWE. But before we get to all of that, we do have a word from our sponsor here at Notorious Heels, man. We got a word from Dubby. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout. Save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Always gotta shout out W. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. Whether it's staying up during this, whatever you want to call it, WrestleMania season. Whether you want to be prepared for Dynasty. Whether you want to be up for Easter tomorrow, man. Maybe you want to see the Easter Bunny, man. You want to catch him before he fucking dips out, man. Try W. Won't let you down, man. It'll give you the energy. Won't give you the jitters. And it'll taste good. All at the same time. Truly always. Gotta shout out W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, as always, to the great people over at W, the official sponsor of your boys here at NHP, man. And with that, this leads us to WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, according to wow, I'm getting comments right now on, I don't know, I'm assuming one of our shorts. Why are you talking about wrestling? It isn't real. Oh, man,
What the fuck?
man,
Dude, I got one.
really hit
And I
me.
gotta look.
That really hit me hard.
Dude, I got one again. I couldn't even read it because it was like fucking 2 paragraphs long, dude. Like,
Huh?
where is that? Dude, I swear it popped up. And like it was fucking like 2 paragraphs long. I might have deleted it, man. Do you ever open TikTok on the computer version
I
of,
do
of
not.
TikTok? When you do,
Mhm.
the second your For You page comes up, in the right-hand corner, it just pops up a bunch of comments. I swear to God, one of them had to be like 2 paragraphs long. I don't know if
God.
that's just the way it looked on there. I didn't, I wasn't, I was like, I'm not reading that, bro.
Yeah, I got two back to back. It's from the same guy. Wrestling isn't real, and why are you talking about a children's show?
A children's show. Oh, brother, I gotta love people. Like, and by that logic, then why are you commenting on a wrestling tick? Why are you on a wrestling TikTok, dude? Bro, I upload full wrestling TikTok. I'm not even on wrestling TikTok.
Tom's
Like,
Tom Tom says I look stunned. I'm trying to shuffle through my articles here, and then I just see a drop down. Why are you listen? I see a drop down notification. Why are you talking about a children's show? You wrestling isn't real. Wow.
something not real. Let me see if I can find this comment really quickly,
See,
man.
with that logic,
Oh,
I really hope this guy. I really wonder what this guy's into, man. Because there's no way he's into like superhero stuff, right? Because those are for children.
those are exactly those are real,
Technically,
man.
sports are kid games. You know,
They are kid games, man.
you
They
know
are kid games.
those are games that children's play. You know,
All right,
how
the
could you
comment
talk
wasn't
about the
that bad.
NBA? Okay,
Th- th-
oh
This,
god,
this it's basically just it's about the Triple H putting himself in the Brock Nova moment, and he literally and I do get it. He said it just wasn't believable because Triple H can't get physical because of his heart condition, so they could have just like pushed him out the way and fought, which is true. I get that criticism.
I was waiting for him to get a fall from grace.
Or
Put him through the
what was
ringer.
that? What was that one fucking move they would do to the heart and Kill Bill? They would fucking like do all that shit to the heart.
Oh,
And
brother.
you ever seen they could have just done that?
I'm gonna cut you off right there, John Cena. John Cena, bro.
Like how we started this show and saying we're not gonna make fun of Triple H.
Yeah, this is a Triple H free, show, man. John Cena, according to the greatest of all time, John Cena put out a video confirming he will be the WrestleMania 42 host. After a new report, this reveals John Cena was made clear. The decision was made with a clear goal in mind: boosting ticket sales for the event. According to Fightful Select, WWE specifically lined up Cena as the host to help drive interest and ticket demand, especially as the company continues to push towards a packed Allegiant Stadium on April 18th and 19th. And WWE isn't being subtle about it either. The plan is to heavily... Yeah, no kidding. The plan is to heavily promote Cena across Raw, SmackDown, and all major programmings this week, putting him front and center as one of the key selling points for WrestleMania 42. That means to expect repeated mentions, video packages, likely more appearances tied to Cena as the event gets closer. The timing here is key. Cena confirmed his retirement in the ring in December of 2025, and while he's been teasing a bigger behind-the-scenes role with WWE, nothing has been locked in publicly. Now, instead of wrestling, he's stepping into high-visibility position that keeps him as the key faces of one of the key faces of the event. It is still unclear how long this has been planned for. The report notes that there's no confirmed timeline of when WWE locked in Cena for the role, but the rollout suggests this is the part of a broader strategy to strengthen WrestleMania's overall appeal. The bottom line, John Cena hosting WrestleMania 42 isn't about giving fans a familiar face. It's WWE making strictly a business move, using one of its biggest stars to help sell its biggest show.
This whole thing posed the question of when was it planned that he would host WrestleMania, and I have the answer for you guys. The morning he recorded that video, I'm sure it was. I'm sure they fucking called and emailed him and said, "Hey, uh, um, uh, hey John, so are you busy for WrestleMania?" Yeah, I'm retired. But what what if you came in as a host for WrestleMania? It's what we do. We could have you, you know. And then they probably had a whole workaround of trying to get Cena there, man. And they ended up doing it, man. 'Cause Cena's the GOAT, man. He knows that they're desperate for tickets ever since he retired, man. He knew, he had this whole mentality of, when I'm gone, will you remember me? Brother, I think you finally realized they needed you more than you ever needed them at this point in your guys' lives. And they already need you back, man. They called him and he recorded a video at whatever movie he's filming. I don't know what movie he's filming, man. But he said he's still going to be filming that movie, but he opened his schedule for WrestleMania. And obviously, backstage wise, that's just sad. They gotta fucking put this man up in center just to try to sell these fucking tickets, man. As for the fans, at least for me, it is awesome because we get to see Cena again for 2 nights. Probably interacting with people throughout the night. I would really like another Punk interaction for his match and all that type of stuff, man. It does sound fun, but the reason behind it is just so funny, man. They're so desperate for tickets, man, and their bold strategy to sell WrestleMania tickets, instead of making the week-to-week television interesting in the build to WrestleMania, it's call Cena, bro. He just retired, but we got to call him right back because I'm sure the original plan wasn't seeing Cena for a while on actual WWE television, man. But they needed the tickets, man. They needed the tickets, and so they called the GOAT, and the GOAT provided, man. And I am excited to see the GOAT, man. But it's just sad, dude. It's so sad. Like Tom says in the comments, putting him front and center instead of the Mania card is just the most telling thing ever with this company at this point, man. We got John Cena, Speed, Tom Brady, and Jelly Roll all involved in Mania, and you can't care about any of these matches, man.
Oh man, see, you you actually you actually can't make this kind of stuff up, bro. I mean, dude, But according to their fans, Triple H is doing a wonderful job. He's doing a wonderful job. One part of their fan base tells you that. The other half tells you, well, the product is so bad right now because Triple H, he's doing it on purpose. He's tanking the writing to make the new writing team, the third-party writing team, look better post-Mania. Yeah, so let me just tank my WrestleMania build. Triple H is dumb. I don't even think he would be that dumb, bro. I genuinely don't. That would be again, Triple H is really fucking stupid. Don't get me wrong. I don't even think he's that stupid. Why would you put your job in jeopardy? Tank the writing to make third-party writers look like they do a better job than you do. Make it make fucking sense.
Like, do you want to be fucking fired at that point? At that logic, just step down. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, man. And that doesn't even make sense because, why would he want to make them look good? Well, he doesn't look good. Don't you want to not have to need them? You would be like, okay, these. I would think if I was Triple H right now, I'd be like, dude, these motherfuckers trying to replace me with some third parties. I gotta lock the fuck in
Yeah.
and go crazy for Mania, man. And he did not lock the fuck in. He's quite the opposite of lock the fuck in. He's lollygagging all in about. He's backstage fucking playing Resident Evil 9 or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not focused, man. He's not locked in. But he's trying to tank the show, man, and that is genuinely the funny excuse I ever seen in my life, bro. Like, bro, he's not trying to tank the show. He is just dumb. He's got this whole business mentality with TKO. TKO's in his ear. They're a big part of it too, man. And it's just a devious combination, man. He's just a bald Nazi moron with TKO in charge, and that's the problem.
Bro, this dude, like you just said, for the fans that genuinely think that, don't you think he would want to again, don't you think he would want to tap in and really lock in to kind of show hey, we don't need a third party. Don't if I was Triple H, I would be fucking embarrassed that we have to get a partnership with a third party writing group because the writing sucks. I would be I would be downright embarrassed by that. But no, that's what they think. Here's the problem, bro. Here the problem is you, on top of getting all these celebrities to help boost your ticket sales, you are calling in a guy that is 4 months retired from the game and is being casted away from Hollywood to make a trip down to Las Vegas to host a WrestleMania show that should have hype. It should have hype.
Good.
But look what you did, bro. Look what you did. You done gave us this whack-ass build. You shafted a lot of people that people want to see on the Mania card. You've made little to no sense behind this WrestleMania card. And now you want to go ahead and say, well, we want John Cena to be front and center. I love John. I think John's the greatest of all time. John Cena should not be your priority for front and center on your WrestleMania card. Front and center should be the guys that are on the card. The WrestleMania card itself, the Roman Reigns, the CM Punks, the Cody Rhodes, the Seth Rollins, the Randy Ortons, those should be your guys that you should want to put front and center. You also should have gave us a great build behind those guys being front and center. But no, you have to go get John Cena, and this all but confirms everything that we've been saying. The show fucking sucks. That's why you don't have good ticket sales. That's exactly why you don't have good ticket sales, because your show just blows. It's not because of the star power. It's because you've done a piss poor job booking those stars on the way to WrestleMania. You have.
It's been horrible, dude. You don't care about nothing going on in this show, man. You were gonna have Gunther after Gunther retired John Cena. You were gonna have him face Rey Mysterio. No disrespect to Rey, but what is that? what takes you to that point, man? Um, you were originally, and I mean originally, gonna do Cody and Roman fucking 3, whatever it is. You were gonna do that match again. Who knows what the other match? Oh yeah, it was gonna be a Braun Breaker and CM Punk. Initially, this
Shucks.
Mania looked even worse, and then you change it to try to make it more interesting. And you have interesting stories at their core, and the 2 weeks that they both initially start, they look good and you're intrigued, and then they fuck it up, man. They fuck up the Roman and Punk story. I don't give a fuck about that anymore. You got fucking fraudulent Phil being a baby. You got fucking Jelly Roll involved in the SmackDown side of things. It's horrible, dude. Hayes didn't make the show. Dragonoff's not making the
Oh,
show. Solo's not making the show. Like, what is going
well,
on here, man? What? Well,
maybe for all the wrong
technically,
reasons.
in terms of a match,
Yeah.
he's not going to make the show. He'll
Hmm.
he'll be at the show doing another cheap thing that WWE's about to do and bring back the bloodline because it worked before and they're cheap. And it's just sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad. It's desperate, and it really feels like the fuck. It feels like I'm watching the MCU in like 2024 and 2023. It's just the sad, most sad, cheapest thing that you could watch, man, and it's sad to see.
John Cena. You had to resort to John Cena for WrestleMania again.
He's been on the
Can
planet.
can we please cut the shit now? Can we please cut the shit? And could we all start admitting that this WrestleMania build has been awful? Please, please cut the shit. They had to fucking call in John Cena because nothing they're doing is working.
That's so sad. It's so sad, dude. It's sad, and it just reeks of desperation, man.
You you got CM Punk on the road to WrestleMania telling a fan, the marquee says wrestling, not cinema, you fucking idiot. Well, Phil, I think you should probably tap in with the cinema because the last time this company was, had some steam behind it, they were putting on cinema. So,
Or
and also too,
good
you
matches.
you you do know that like WWE, like isn't really the home of like wrestling, right? Like WWE's
Yeah.
known for like being more of like a segment based, entertainment based company. So I don't really know what the fuck he thought he was cooking with that. I don't know what he just be saying shit, bro. Like what the fuck does that even mean? Like what
CM
did you
Punk,
really think you cooked with that?
CM Punk just gets in those moods where he just starts acting like a fucking weirdo. He starts going back on everything he says, and he just starts saying weird shit to people. I don't know what he's going through, man. I don't know what, man. I don't know who pissed him off backstage, man. I don't know if he pissed himself off by rejecting, certain lines. I don't know what's going on, man. But he's kind of in Copavania right now, man. And I don't know what's happening, man.
Like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? He's fucking
Bro,
sitting
this is
there. He's sitting there flipping off a Roman Reigns fan on Raw, and he tells him the marquee says wrestling, not cinema. You fucking idiot! Like I believe the guy was just booing him too. Like what the fuck did that have to even do with anything? Like what?
dude, you're not allowed to boo your favorites, man. You see a person in a Roman Reigns shirt, and they're shocked when they boo his opponent. It's not like he's probably there for Roman Reigns. He's wearing his fucking t-shirt. You no, like no, it don't work like that, man. You know how sensitive these wrestlers, man, especially those ones like CM Punk that have their whole thing around like talking crazy to people and all that. Those are the most sensitive people ever, man. And from time to time we could see that with Punk, man. And I think he's getting a little butthurt on his way to Mania. I don't know what that entails for Mania, but he's getting a little butthurt on the way
It
to Mania.
if he ends up losing at WrestleMania, bro, he dead ass.
Oh,
This dead ass looks like a like a crybaby
Kobe.
fit on the way to
It does.
WrestleMania, bro.
It does, man. And I really hope he does win, so it's not that. But if he does lose, man, that just goes to show this whole WrestleMania build was him basically trying to sandbag Roman Reigns of all people. So that's just great.
Marquis says wrestling, not cinema. You fucking idiot. Which again, bro, WWE's always worried about the cinema. Now, for the past 2 years, the cinema's been shit. But like,
Their whole thing.
what the fuck is
It's
that
always been their
comeback?
thing. That is what you got. You guys, you weren't even allowed to say the word wrestling at one point in this fucking company. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Make
Like, yeah, it's changed a little bit, but not that much.
You sound goofy as fuck, bro.
He really is, bro. Goofy Phil.
Spe- Speaking of goofy, the WrestleMania 42 ticket sales.
Oh, brother.
Well, according to Uncle Dave, WWE WrestleMania 42 ticket sales are 18.8% behind what they were for WrestleMania 41 at the same point last year. Night 1 of WrestleMania has 38,711. Night 2 has 40,333. In total, that's 78,044, including paid and comps. The deficit to WrestleMania 41 was cut to 13.3% 2 weeks ago following the 316-day sale. But ticket sales this week, even with a 25% off sale and the John Cena host announcement, saw sales fall back to an 18.8% year-to-year decline. However, WWE, they got the solution. They got it.
They got the solution.
They figured it out.
I love their solutions, man. 316-day, John Cena, whatever sale that day. What was it? There was another one before this one. It's just a horrible ass sale every time.
They got it, bro. Even though,
They do that.
the marquee says wrestling, not ticket sales, apparently, Phil. According to Fightful, well, really, according to WWE, they have announced the fee-free Friday sale. Today only, WWE is offering no fees on WrestleMania tickets. Wow.
You gotta pay $40 for parking. Yo, I gotta go buy my ticket.
Man. So, I'm spending about $2,000 on tickets, per night. But the ticket fees that are about 60 to 80 bucks, I get those free. I'm really getting a fucking bargain here, man. Wow. Thank
Go
you,
to Mania at that
WWE.
point.
Thank you. I might as well pack up and go now. Man, they're really making it hard for me now. I gotta go now. I'm getting those 60 bucks, shaved off. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I think the fees are the least of everybody's worries. What is this? Why is it everything else? It's not the creative. We need John fucking Cena and more celebrities on the show. Oh shit, they're still low? Alright, I got it. Let's do 316-day. See, that fixed it. Oh shit, they went bad again. Let's do fee-free Friday. Give me a break.
Free Friday, man. So that's 30 off for ticket insurance, and that's about 40 off for the parking, man. You get about $70 off, man. A $2,000+ ticket, man. Dude, I gotta go buy them, man. That's the deal right there. They thought they were cooking in that TKO
Oh,
boardroom, man. They
they
said, you know
did.
what? I got it, man. This will get it to sell.
Mhm.
Fee-free Friday, man. They don't have to pay the ticket fees, man. Look at that, man. That'll get tickets. 31.6% off didn't work last time. So let's do the equivalent of like fucking 3% off and do that, man. And that's what we'll do. Dude, if you want to do these sales to get some ticket buys, man, obviously, it's more than just the price of your ticket because it is overpriced, but you're paying overpriced for a fucking shit show. So they got that combination that they never fucking realized. But maybe you could do a buy one get the other night free type of deal. You could do you buy your ticket, you get like 2 select pieces of merch free. You could just lower the overall price,
Mhm.
maybe, but they're not going to do that, man. But no, it's free. It's fee free Friday, man, and I'm curious to see how it works, man. Apparently, 316 day didn't go by as planned, man, and neither did John Cena's host announcement go by plan. But I think fee free Friday. I think they got it with this one, man. I think they're cooking. I think that's gonna go from 38,000 seats to to 50, 60,000 seats easy, man.
Yeah.
Free Friday.
Yeah. You know, I wonder, this year, are they pressing The Rock? Because remember, he was being pressed for the chamber tickets. Is he being pressed this year?
Dude, and that's like the biggest trip that is for me, man. Especially learning that's like why he was the reason at Chamber. Chamber was not underselling that much that year. I don't know last year. I don't know why you really needed him there. But like you said, you're not calling him for this fucking horrible ass new shit ass deal every week ticket sales. You're not calling him for this.
Like,
I'm not even saying I want to see him, but like by logic, why aren't you?
no, 100%. And two, bro, like, have y'all not called him, like, during this whole Mania build and been like, dude, like, we fucking need you. Like, the
We
last
do.
time you were here, it was really good. Like, you kind of got to come to work, bro. But, like, no, they're not calling him. They're like, do you guys not see what is going on here? Why was he called for an Elimination Chamber show that show all in all did not need him? Again, the show was being built, I thought, just fine. And again, now fast forward to this Mania build, it sucks. Where's his call now? Did,
Like,
I don't get it.
where is it? Where is he? He's just at home chilling, watching fucking Mania go through the domes. He realized his check every year with TKO the more WWE makes, the more he's gonna make. So why would he not show there to get a bigger check? I don't get that. I don't understand. Because even with last year in 2025, it was revealed at the end of the year he made like 30 something million from TKO. It was something like that. Like, do you not want more money this year? You
Mm-hmm.
okay with less? What are you doing?
Again, been saying it the whole time. It's always everything and everybody else. It's never WWE. It's always we need John Cena. We need we need ticket discount markdown promotions. Bro, how about you price your audience out and your creative sucks?
It's
So
it.
so
It's that
that
combination.
maybe that's the problem. Maybe.
Literally, if AMC went and made the fucking next Avengers movies tickets $50 per ticket, you won't get that many people going to see the Avengers movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That you can't. You guys aren't that special, man. You're wrestling. Wrestling has a ceiling. Market it to the fans. It'll actually be there. And know your company's worth, man. You're not the NFL. TKO, you didn't buy a sports company, man. You bought the WWE. You gotta treat it like you bought you bought wrestling, dog.
Yes, bro. Again, you are not the NFL. You cannot charge
Oh,
Super Bowl prices for a WrestleMania show.
you can't.
Come on, bro. Come on. I mean, again, why we sold to the company that damn near done killed off the UFC. I
Yeah.
I don't know how much sense that makes at all.
Did you see fucking Dana White got like asked about like how he pays the UFC fighters, and he like fucking flipped out on a press conference? Like, are we about to get that with Triple H, man? Is that the Dana envy we're gonna get next?
It's
Are
what
we
we
gonna get
fucking
tri-
do. It's
it's
what
what
we fucking do. I,
it's what we do?
I
like bro, like they killed that company. Like that company, everyone says that is a UFC fan. That place sucks now. Why do you think? Like before, like a few years ago, you never heard of any like fucking fighting company other than UFC for the longest
Oh
time.
yeah.
And now you got all these things you always see that Netflix makes deals with, that they make deals with, because they fucking made that company so shit. And they're doing it with WWE, man. And look at WWE. Now they fucking work with TNA and AAA and all these things they would have never fucking worked with without TKO and without the need from TKO with, TKO dealings.
TKO bought UFC in 2016. And similar to WWE, in the beginning of their run, everything goes
Very
great.
profitable.
And then there's
Mm-hmm.
just a steep decline in not revenue, but product to the point where they alienate their fan base.
Yep.
And what are we doing here?
Alienating the fan base.
Ridiculous. Let's see what do we got here. Let's keep on let's keep
trucking.
on Mania. Yeah. So we got, according to Uncle Dave, the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory, the the most humble tag team in WWE.
Oh, exactly.
Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed will be taking on the Usos and LA Knight, which is reportedly the current plan for WrestleMania 42.
Dude, what the fuck is that, dude? What happened to the Vision, man? At one point, the Vision
They
had
were the
Reed,
Seth Riders,
had
bro.
Braun.
They were
They were the
cool.
Seth Rider. They were, they were corny because Seth and Heyman, but like the Browns especially, they were fucking cool. And I could say how corny fucking Seth Rollins is. At least he's like a legit fucking wrestler. But
Yeah.
now we got Paul Heyman, the most washed, horrible version of Paul Heyman. We got probably the worst version of Theory we've ever gotten. And we got Logan Paul. And now, the honorary member, we got I Show Speed, man. He's the reluctant honorary member of the Vision. And that's what we're getting at Mania. They're gonna face LA Knight and the Usos. Again, the Usos are one of LA Knight's biggest ops in his fucking WWE career. Why is he still helping them? But I digress, man, because he's gotta face Speed. He's gotta face Speed, man. That's what they gotta do.
Man,
They gotta
spectacular.
build it, dude. You've been loving that Speed build, dude. He attacked him on stream. You know,
Uh, okay,
like they
well, first and foremost, the clip was funny. The speed, okay, speed flying into, he does that all the time. Speed flying into his setup will never get old.
that shit is
However,
hilarious.
Sir K, may I remind you, good things come to those who wait.
Thing come to those who wait, man. Said that 2-3 years ago for LA Knight, and still waiting. I'm still waiting, bro. And I
I,
think we're gonna
man,
be waiting forever.
I
This is
remember,
Hotel California.
legitimately, bro. I remember when Triple H first took over. One of the first bits of news we heard was that he wanted LA Knight to win Money in the Bank. He wanted LA Knight to win Money in the Bank, which was his win. I remember that year they were in London. 2023. Vince wanted Logan Paul. Triple H wanted LA Knight, and they met in the middle with Damian Priest. What do you know? LA seemed like he was going to be a Triple H guy for the most part. And ever since then, every year, we ask for LA Knight to win Money in the Bank, and every year we get upset. Because LA Knight doesn't win Money in the Bank, and they go with the wrong person. On that press conference, Triple H himself said, good things come to those who wait. 3 years later, we're still waiting. We are still waiting for LA Knight. 3 years. 3
years later.
Years. Now, does WWE have a really cool outcome if they want to? If they put the title on Roman Reigns, you could have Roman Reigns, if they do run the whole bloodline coming back story. You could have LA Knight win Money in the Bank and, kind of try to take apart the bloodline again this year. Would that be a cool story? Sure. Are they going to do that? Absolutely not.
It's gonna be Seth.
Probably. Pro- Probably will be Seth again, knowing them. WWE, they just, all this time later, and your big plan for LA Knight at WrestleMania is to team with the Usos, the guys who he's had tension with for the better part of a year. Now he's going to be teaming with them at WrestleMania. And his big rival is Speed. Speed. LA
It's
Knight.
Speed.
One of the most over guys still on the roster.
Yep.
Your plan is Speed.
Oh yeah. Dude, I mean, have you not seen the comments from people, man? This is the best thing they could have done for LA Knight,
Yes,
is
I've
the
seen
Speed
that.
exposure, the exposure that Speed is giving him, is that not good? Is that not a good thing from Triple H? Why would Triple H hate LA Knight if he's allowing him to get exposure through Speed, you know?
It would have
You
been
know?
fine if you'd untreated him well, solidified him as a top star. He should have already been like a 2-time world heavyweight champion by now.
It should have been that pre-spot forever. I'll forever say that WrestleMania cash-in should have been. Dude, you do that
Yes.
same cash-in, but you swap out Priest for LA
Oh
Knight.
my
That
God.
that it rivals Seth. It rivals Seth and fucking in Ziggler, bro. It's a top 3 right there.
That crowd would have went fucking nuts. They would have went nuts for that. They would have, the roof would have come on. There's no roof on Lincoln Financial Field, but the roof would have came off. Okay, bro. 100%. I will always stand by that as well, man. That Damian Priest cash in should have been LA Knight. LA Knight getting exposure from iShow fucking Speed stream would have been great if he was a 2-time world heavyweight champion by now, because he should be. But no, he's still sitting here, a 2-time U.S. champion, waiting for, still waiting for the World Heavyweight Championship, still waiting for Money in the Bank, still waiting to be booked correctly, still waiting to not be the weekly beat up, is what he's still waiting for. So,
Exactly. Dude, he went from the bloodline to the Vision, back to getting beat up by the bloodline later this year, probably. Dog, what are you
good
doing?
God, this is what we have for LA Knight. This dude got buried a couple months ago by the Brons, and his big rebound is iShow Speed.
Oh man, that's just sad, dude. It's so sad. It's so frustrating, for LA Knight, even for like the Usos. This is what you're doing by you reunited. You're the company's greatest tag team, and this is what you're doing with them. You still focus on singles Jey Uso for some reason in the build to Mania. They win the tag titles. Don't do anything. Put Jay in a chamber. Don't even hold the tag team titles in their segments with Roman. Lose them to the worst turnaround faction ever in the Vision. And now they got to team with someone that they make no sense to team with, facing I Show Speed in the Vision. You can't make up how bad this shit is.
No, you really cannot. You really cannot. And Tom might be right, man. Maybe Chat GPT or well, it wasn't Chat GPT. It was Writer A. Maybe Writer AI. Helped.
I made it.
Yeah, maybe Writer AI was like, put LA Knight on speed stream. Maybe this is their fault.
Exactly, man. He attacked him at his house on stream, man. And people are loving it, man. People are eating it up, man. That's WWE fans for you.
What a bunch of mindless fucking fools. Speaking of
Mm-hmm.
somebody who was who's also been in the mid card scene forever with LA Knight. They were once in the scene together. Putting their head down, fighting for an opportunity just to well, one of them's getting a speed match at Mania. It seems like the other one's not getting shit. Carmelo Hayes. According to Bodyslam.net, after Carmelo Hayes dropped the U.S. title, people started speculating Hayes would be taking time off due to getting married to Kalani Jordan. This is not the case. The photo shoot, all it was that he did was a photo shoot for his engagement. Hayes' immediate plans are not yet known, but he is set to take some time off as we head towards WrestleMania.
Literally, so what it was, he got married, did his little photo shoot. Good for him. Congratulations on those two. And he
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know what? My schedule's still open because I probably expect to be at WrestleMania as I am the U.S. champion. So let's run it. They take the fucking title off him for no reason, and then they probably tell him, yeah, we don't got nothing for you at Mania, so you could just be off that day. I mean, biggest day for the company, man. But you could just be off, bro. Whatever you want to do, you want to go, play fucking RE9 at home if you want. We don't need you here that day. That's just great. That's just great. One of
Let
the most interesting up and coming people. Let's just not put on the show at all. Genius.
Bro, it gets worse.
It does.
According to WrestleVotes, WWE is aware of the criticism about Carmelo Hayes being omitted from the U.S. title picture at WrestleMania 42. They still plan to truck ahead with Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for a one-on-one U.S. title match at WrestleMania. So, okay, so this is wonderful. So, two guys specifically, Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov, two guys that put their head down in that mid-card division and busted their ass doing their open challenge, doing their shit creative open challenge. They went out there every week, busted their ass, worked their tail off to try to, make the SmackDown mid-card scene something after years and years of mistreatment to the U.S. title. A lot of guys. Andrade was there. LA Knight was there. Mello was there. Dragunov was there. Sammy, yes, was there. All these guys that really put in mad work to try to get that, scene to be something. You are aware of the criticism that your fan base wants to see a talent, and you are going to truck ahead with a match that nobody wants to fucking see. Who the fuck wants to see Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams at WrestleMania? Make it a four-way, bro. Just make you're so in love with you're so fucking in love with multi-man matches on any other day. You want to do you want to do ladder matches here, women's multis here. Just make this a fatal four-way at this point, because I would rather you do a fatal four-way and a multi-man than exclude Mello and Dragunov, two guys that, again, work their tail off to make that U.S. title mean something, and they get nothing for Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. Trick Williams just got called up, and Sami Zayn's been on how many WrestleMania shows? Mello and Dragunov have been, I believe this would be both of their first WrestleManias, if I'm not mistaken.
So I think so, and they don't get to make it for no other reason than just WWE not really knowing what they're doing, man. It makes no sense, especially with the story they seem to be trying to make. And with Sami Zayn, he realistically should be off Mania. You should do what you did for Bailey last year with Sami this year and have the whole story of him being not at Mania, his storyline problem that he has to go correct and all that. And you did the whole Aleister Black and Sami Zayn thing, which, again, by your logic, Aleister Black has been in two feuds building up to Mania where he probably should have been in some type of title picture, but he's not in it for no reason, World and U.S. title. Um, his loss to Sami should have been booting Sami out of the U.S. title picture to put himself in there, and you could have done Black, Trick, Carmelo, Dragunov for that U.S. title. The four people that have been involved in that general circle for a while now, you could actually put them in the circle on the pay-per-view. That, everything up till now is supposed to build up to, which the build up was Mello and Dragunov for the most part. Don't know why he didn't do any of that, man. It makes no sense. And like Tom says in the comments, he got screwed out of the match, so why doesn't Mello get his rematch? It makes no sense. None of this makes sense.
It doesn't. How are you going to have somebody get screwed out of a match and then the dude that helped cause the loss gets the match, but the guy who lost the title doesn't? What?
It makes no sense, dude. It makes literally no sense.
Speaking of mid-card championships at WrestleMania, the Intercontinental Championship, the ladder match. I brought up on Monday, hey, why is the field already determined? There's already 5 guys in the match. The field's already determined, and did they just pick them out of a hat? Well, WWE has confirmed that the qualifying matches for the IC title ladder match took place on Main Event.
And that's the best part. It didn't even air yet. It airs tonight or tomorrow or whatever. Like, dude, what? Why even do these matches at that point if you're just gonna hit the graphic on Raw right after the announcement to the match? Why don't you just hit the main event graphics, wait 4 days, and then you get to hit the fucking graphic for the match? But they need these match graphics as fast as possible to get these tickets as much as possible, and that's their stupid ass logic. It makes no sense.
Goodness sake, bro. So, obviously, Penta's in the match. Because he's the champion. Bro, you done did qualifying matches on a show that nobody watches. And then again, you haven't even aired them yet. So,
Oh,
but we know the entire. Okay, so. Okay, I know nobody watches Main Event anyway, but way to, even give more people less of a reason to watch.
exactly. Like, what is the purpose of that, man? Or you couldn't even advertise it as like these are the main event matches that led up to the decisions in
Right.
forming this. Like, no, they literally said these are the qualifiers. The winner will be added to the match. We already know who's in the match. What? What? Dude, does Triple H have dementia now? Is that on the list of the shit he has? CTE, fucking racism, dementia. The list goes on and on with Triple H, dude. What? What is the logic here?
To make this even better, the list of guys that these guys beat are a
Oh,
bunch of
God.
very deserving individuals. I really thought a lot of these guys would have made it to WrestleMania. Let's start with JD McDonough. Who did he beat to get in the match? He beat Akira Tozawa. Yeah, I really thought Tozawa was going to Mania, you know?
It was so man. I really thought he had a chance going to Mania, man.
Dragon Lee defeated Grayson Waller.
Man,
This
I
must be
thought
the
he was going
curse.
to Mania. It must be the curse, man. It's the curse.
It's gotta be.
Still affecting Grayson Waller, man. I don't know how long those things last. I don't know the statute of limitations on it on the Danhausen curse, but I guess it's still going on.
It's gotta be, bro. It's gotta be. Javon Evans defeat Ryo.
Because that's who I thought out of all of them was gonna make it was Ketchup. I thought Ketchup was gonna make it. Or is he blue? Is he the blue one? Which one is he? He's red, right?
I think Ryo is the blue one. I think he's
Oh, is
beige.
he the blue? Oh, is he the blue one? I don't even know who's who.
No,
I,
no, no,
I,
no.
I
You're right. You're right. Ryo is the right one, and or red one, and Bravo is. Wait,
he's man. Yeah,
Bravo's the blue one, right?
yeah. Bravo's blue, Rayo's red. because R and B. That's my logic for it actually. I don't even know which one's which. I don't know who's under what mask, man. But I truly thought Ketchup was going to Mania.
And Rusev defeat Otis.
You know, in that ladder match, man, I thought we were gonna get Alpha Academy tension. But we're not gonna get it, man,
Yeah,
because both of them lost.
none of these went the way that I thought they were going to go. I thought the field was going to look like Penta versus Akira Tozawa versus Grayson Waller versus Rayo versus Otis. Man, really unpredictable field they got going on here. The ladder match itself looks good, but bro, what the fuck are these qualifiers, man? I mean, you could have made this a little unpredictable. I mean, my goodness.
Like actual television, you could have waited a week to drop the graphic and put at least like two of them on Raw or something. Something, dude.
God. This is absolutely terrible. WWE, why would you ever do something? Why would you ever do something like this? Why would you put qualifying matches on main event in the first place, and then you don't even fuck that up by showing us a graphic before we even seen the matches? Huh? You can't make this up. You can't, bro.
Can't make this up. And this is why I hate the fact that they got rid of actual media scrums. I would love for a motherfucker to ask them, what the fuck made you do this? Are you
Dude.
Stupid? Like,
I love it.
What is wrong with you? Because they wouldn't have been able to answer. They would have said some sarcastic ass dick answer and called it a day.
Yeah. What do you know about this business? Huh?
What do you mean? You don't know nothing about this business. That they weren't just qualifying matches. They were what led us to that graphic. Technically, kayfabe wise, they didn't happen yet, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
what? What are you doing? Why even have them at that point if you just drop the graphic?
What a joke. What a joke. We have going back over to SmackDown related stuff. Royce Keys. We got Royce Keys again. According to Self-Made Pro, they were asked about Royce Keys' status. He explained that from what he's been told, WWE have already locked in a direction for Royce Keys' main roster rollout. His rollout, wow. Even if it hasn't played out on screen yet. He says, all I know about the Hobbs thing is that I want to say a week or two ago, they told me they've figured out what his launch is going to be on the main roster. I know, or I just know that they claim to me that they have figured out what it's going to be. There was a rumored tag team match involving Jelly Roll leaving Keys without. There was previously a rumored tag team match with Jelly Roll, leaving Keys without a clear direction heading into the event. Now, instead of rushing him out onto TV, it seems like WWE may be holding off until they can roll out a more defined plan.
This company is just, and what is this language? Roll out, fucking, dude. He's not a Supreme drop. What are you treating this shit like a Nike drop for? This is a guy we're talking about. Like,
treating this shit like the new Jordans coming out.
No, for real. Talking about, like, how do we do this rollout?
How do we have him roll out?
Like, dude, what? And then the best part, man, they finally figured it out. About around a week ago, so
yeah,
he debuted
2 months.
in
3 months.
In 3 months. 3 months later, they finally figured out something for him. And the week of March 30th, that week, they finally realized, like, okay, I think we got something here. I think I know what to do with him. Fucking 3 months after he debuted and showed up. Genius writers, man.
Good God, bro. Good God. The Royce Keys chronicles continue as they're saying now he has plans for his rollout. But you know, we've still seen nothing yet. Again, bro, like I said, I guarantee you, we see this dude after WrestleMania. He's gonna come out and say, "I've waited. I've sat back and waited. Now I'm gonna take." Guarantee you, he's gonna say some corny shit like that. I can guarantee you.
I waited until after the biggest show of the year in this company, but now I'm here and now I'm gonna start doing something. He's gonna look like a damn fool. He's damn near already, the way it took so long, probably gonna be dead on arrival. Um,
Probably.
you didn't you didn't do good with this one, man, and you signed him despite Tony Khan, and it just sucks for Hobbs because he probably thought he was actually gonna be used. And this is what they do with the man. And he's gonna be on SmackDown, probably face fucking Mid Cardona as his first feud, and it's not gonna look good for him, man.
Unless they got some really big plans for him, this is gonna be very hard for him not to be dead on arrival.
Very hard for him.
So we got, let's see. We got Elio LaFleur.
Leo LaFleur.
According to NXT, the current WWE Speed Champion Elio LaFleur will miss 6 months due to a torn labrum ligament in his shoulder. Well, damn. This sucks for the WWE Speed Champion, Elio LaFleur. Look, man, I believe he just won the Speed title too, man. This sucks. He's a cool talent to watch. I hope, you know, the recovery goes well and he can get back. He's a very exciting high flyer. I'll give him that. So hopefully he gets he is able to come back you know, in no time.
Yeah, hopefully for him, man. I haven't heard of him actually. I've never heard of this guy in my life. But
He's
he's the
Eagle
speed
Blanc.
champion. Eagle Blanc. Okay, kind of sounds familiar. I'd probably
He's
say
like
I'll
the
need to see
French
a picture of him.
luchador guy.
Oh, he's that dude.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah. That's probably why you don't do speed fucking internet. What is it, like a 5 minute time limit match? Whatever the gimmick for that fucking thing is. Probably why you don't do that. You could have just put him in normal NXT and have him, wrestle at a normal rate. But,
Well, they're trying to compete with
sucks for
AEW.
him.
You know?
They are apparently. I don't know what's going on, man. Apparently they're a wrestling market now, and they aren't a cinematic market anymore, according to CM Punk. But I wish the best for him. I hope everything goes well in the recovery. And that sucks, man. That timing sucks.
It does. WWE, man, we got some new trademarks.
Oh God.
WWE have filed the trademark Club WWE.
Club WWE. What was that? A wine tasting thing? Like,
Maybe.
what?
Maybe that's the name of their
Club?
pasta group.
It could be the name of their pasta group. It could be. Um, I feel I just get some weird merch thing for this. Like if you sign up for this, you get like a sale on tickets and like you get like first dibs on ticket. That I could see something like that. Not as good as something like, how like all these theaters do the thing where like if you do our monthly thing you get like 3 free tickets. I don't think it's going to be, obviously as good as that with like free anything, but like I could see like you get first dibs and a discount on like show tickets and things like that.
I could see that. I could see that. WWE, they're always so great with like naming these things. They always sound like the corniest little. Like I remember when they were. I remember when they basically tried their own version of the All Elite crate. They called it. They called it the WWE T-shirt Club. Like, bro, who, 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 who is coming up with these names, bro?
Like remember like when they would actually sell cool shit on their fucking website for merch, and they would fucking call it the weirdest thing ever. Like what was a baby koozie? Was that just like a t-shirt
Oh,
for like
it
like
was
what?
it was it was one of those baby onesies. They would call them creepers.
Creeper, and then the koozie was what was the beer coolers, like the drink coolers. It was called a WWE koozie, and it was one of those fucking drink cooler holders. Like, dude, what are you gonna name it weird shit for, man? Like, just
Man,
call it what it is.
I remember looking on WWE Shop many years ago when my niece was tiny, bro. And I remember I was trying to buy her a Bailey onesie, and I look up, onesie, nothing matched your search, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I swear I just seen this thing, and I'm looking around and I'm looking around, and I'm like, and I finally find it, and I'm like, and it's called Bailey. I'm a hugger creeper. Creeper. Who?
Name
That's
shit
a,
like this.
oh man, my niece is getting a bit older, man. Maybe I should I gotta go to Once Upon a Child and grab her some more creepers. Who the
Yeah, and she,
who who says that? Like, oh, for the cookout, you think you could go buy you think you could head to Walmart and grab me a cruiser?
cruiser, like what?
Who?
Like, dude, oh man, your drinks, it's getting like it's getting the condensation, man. You want my WWE Roman Reigns drink koozie? You want that? You need it? Like, bro, what are you
Cruisy.
selling, bro?
All right,
Koozie,
Sir
like,
K.
bro.
You're,
Okay,
you're you're gonna love this one, man.
am I?
WWE has also filed the trademark for the name EK Prosper.
I did see this one, man, and this is like the act again. It's WWE. The name itself is fucking stupid. EK Prosper. That sounds like a fucking like a fake snowboarder in SS Tricky, that old fucking snowboarding game. But I get the name change because this is the dude that was named
Eli
Eli
Knight.
Knight,
Yeah.
which like I get it because it's literally just fucking all of LA Knight's names combined into one.
Vince would have loved this
So I
one.
oh, he would love this one, but like I get the name change, but EK Prosper. What sounds like a fucking drink? It sounds like a sports drink. Like, dude, you drink that EK Prosper? I like it over Gatorade. You know, that's what that sounds like.
Vince would have jumped all on this one. He would have been like, Eli Knight. Oh, you can be LA Knight's brother.
Yep, you know it. They literally made fucking Maxine Dupree and LA Knight siblings on television with the fucking Dupree nickname,
To this
their
day,
last name.
they are
Correct.
kayfabe siblings.
They're still technically kayfabe siblings. It's just so ass they know to never bring it up again because it's fucking stupid. Because they were a modeling agency. LA Knight came up to the main roster as a modeling agent. Like, dude, what was going on? And people want Vince back. That's the shit he was doing.
I just realized the name Eli Knight is like, that's both of LA Knight's names. I forgot he was Eli Drake. Oh, wow.
Eli Drake. Yeah, that was like the whole controversy around his little name. Like, why would you name him that? Did you think? Probably not.
EK Prosper. Oh my god.
EK Prosper.
That sounds like some preacher or something. Like what is that
Yeah,
name? What
yeah, y'all going to church? EK Prosper. He's gonna give his sermon tonight, man. I'm excited. Like, bro, what?
Netflix. Good
Oh
old
God,
Netflix.
gotta love him.
According to Netflix, they are raising subscription prices in the United States once again. The ad-supported tier will now cost $8.99 per month, $1 up from $7.99 per month. The standard tier will be $19.99 per month, which is up from $17.99 per month. And the premium tier will now cost $26.99 per month, up from $24.99 per month. So, for the premium tiers, you're looking at the standard and premium tiers, you're looking at about a $2 increase, and the ad tier, you're looking at about a $1 increase.
My question is every time one of these, companies raise their prices for any of these things. You know, you ever notice we don't get any more, quality of movies to watch.
No.
You don't get like, you still only get the third season of one show you're looking for, and you got to go, to another platform for the second and first season. No, you don't get more shows, you don't get more movies, you don't get higher quality things. It's the same old thing. You just gotta pay more for, and you gotta pay more for an ad. You gotta pay $8 to see ads, dude. And like that's the thing. I get the middle tier gets rid of ads. What does the premium tier even do? Like, I still feel like I have access to everything. Like, do you? Is there shit you just don't see? Unless you have the premium tier. Like, what is the purpose to this shit, dude? The whole point to streaming was cable sucks, ads are annoying, you pay $5 or $10 a month, and you get a whole catalog with no ads. That is gone, and it's just cable again.
Damn near. Especially
It's just,
especially Netflix, the way they are with ads. For the ads, the amount of ads that I get, even with premium or standard adless tiers, for the amount of ads that I still get, these prices should be going down. I mean, are you kidding me, bro? This is ridiculous. And then too, how many, dude? Every time with Netflix, all the time with Netflix, it seems like all these prices, it's like it goes up every 3 months. Like, bro, give us a break.
please give us a break. Why do you keep raising the prices for no reason? Your quality isn't getting any better, bro. It's not. It makes no sense, dude. It's just a scam, dude. All these companies are a scam. And streaming just gets worse and worse every fucking month.
It is. It really does, man. It is. It is. Again, like you said, it was so good at one point, man, but it's really been only down from there.
It really has been.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, brother.
Cody Rhodes, man, he has spoke on and kind of, goes back on his sleeper mania comments, which a lot of people a lot of people I think took that the wrong way. I don't think he meant sleeper as in like this mania is gonna suck. I think he meant sleeper as in like people don't
As in
think
you
the
think.
mania is gonna be good. But a lot of people
Yeah.
I don't think they understand like what the sleeper term means.
No, like he didn't say it sucks. He said y'all are sleeping on it. I think it's gonna be a good show. Y'all are just mining what's gonna probably be a good
Right.
show. That's what he meant, and I don't even agree with what he meant, but that's what he meant. I think
No,
it looks ass, but that's my opinion.
100%. Like everybody was like, "Oh, your world champion is just admitting the show's gonna suck." Like, have you never heard of like the term sleeper before? Like, they're sleep. Like, we would know. Trust me.
Exactly. We would fucking know.
We are. It's on the shirt, bro. I mean, we would know what the
Spot
term
on.
means. I don't think these people quite understand. But regardless, during a conversation with Busted Open, Cody Rhodes reflected on comments he made weeks ago when the card was coming together. At the time, he used the phrase sleeper mania, something he now says didn't come out the way he intended. Rhodes explained, yeah, it did. Stop trying to do PR work, Cody.
Literally.
You know people are sleeping on this mania because you know you know why. Um, Rhodes explained the comment happened before many of the matches were announced, and once the lineup started filling in, his view of the event changed in a big way. No, it didn't. Shut the fuck up. Nothing that big happened to the point where it garners you to take back those comments.
That's the funniest thing. The first graphic we got for this mania was still, the most important match in Punk and Roman, and it's just been downhill since. Like, what do you mean it's gotten better? They just announced more shit. It's not like it any better. The biggest one been announced.
100%. 100%, bro. But he says you have Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Oba Brock, Stephanie Liv, Jade Rhea. It's coming together. Sammy Trick. Yeah, it's really, that's fucking, it sounds like it's coming together, Cody.
Matches, dude. It's fucking a really good wrestler versus a really under mid wrestler, and it's just gonna be carry job mania for everybody in their respective matches.
He says, I used the word and I made the mistake. During the interviews, everybody who interviews wrestlers knows this. You say something and you hate how it sounded. I remember stating a few weeks ago that we got a sleeper mania here. And I think I said that because nobody really knew the rest of the card. But what I meant was we have a very good bell to bell WrestleMania that aims to top the WrestleMania prior, and I'm very excited about my match at WrestleMania in general. Yeah, Cody, that's because you lobbied for it. I would hope you'd be excited for it.
You got the title back,
Bro. Yeah, Cody. This year's Wrestle again. I didn't even think his comments were really that egregious to begin with. I mean, they're honest. I mean, yes. Now, don't get me wrong. No WrestleMania should be a sleeper WrestleMania. No WrestleMania should. Yes, there should be no sleeper WrestleMania. Like Logan says in the comments, WrestleMania should be fun, and it should be an exciting process to get to WrestleMania. So Cody, I know you want to be the good WWE soldier, but at the same time, brother, you can be honest, bro. It was shaping up to be a sleeper WrestleMania because it was a sleeper WrestleMania. The build for WrestleMania was terrible. The build was terrible for WrestleMania. The matches don't really look that good for WrestleMania, minus you and Randy and Roman and Punk. Jade and Rhea Ripley. Man, that's just really Sammy and Trick. Those are just really things I wanted to see. However, Cody says he's going to Cody says this is going to be better than last year. Cody, I hope you can do that. You should be able to do that with your fucking eyes closed, because if you can't, then boy, do we have bigger problems, or what?
That sure was dog shit. It sucked. That was one of the worst manias they ever put on. Match wise, build wise, it was horrible. And the build was even better than it was this year. You know, you still went into Mania caring about shit, and you left Mania disappointed about most shit. And this year we're going in not giving a shit, and it would be really bad if we came out still not giving a shit. It'd be really bad. Um, Personally, a lot of people say that, you know, with Cody, like, oh, you know, say what you want about the build. This Mania looks great bell to bell. Does it? Does we get Jade and Rhea? Holy carry job. Trick and Sammy. I don't even want Sammy in that spot. It's still a carry job when you're talking about bell to bell. Um, as much as it can be very good, I am, you know, nervous about Cody and Randy. It could easily be a slow punch fest. Um, I feel like the main event for night two is going to be bogged down by a bunch of interferences. Um, Stephanie and Liv, I mean, it seems it's probably gonna be a fine match, but like, I don't think it's gonna be as crazy as we're talking about here. I mean, this does not look like an amazing bell to bell mania, at least for me, man. At least for me. For some people, it is. I mean, there's some stuff I'm excited about. Finn and Dom. Um, Although his track record isn't good with big guys, Oba and Brock seems like it could be really good. At least it's going to be a real aura off, unlike the actual main event of the shows. Um, and you know, it looks like it. If it doesn't do better than last year, you know, at the end of the night, at the end of the weekend, if we look back and say, "Wow, this was not as good," or it was worse than last year, that's a massive problem because that
Oh.
should not be said in the slightest, man. But Cody went back on what he said, man. It's not Sleeper Mania anymore. We know the matches now. Now it's, you know, just looking like a great bell to bell mania. Don't know if he's looking at Dynasty or if he's looking at Mania. I don't know what card he's looking at. Um, But we'll see how it goes with Mania, man, because which might be a good thing, might be my way of coping. And I'm expecting the absolute worst for Mania. Usually that pans out in a good way when I expect the absolute worst for these companies. Um, but I'm expecting a decent Mania. I'm still expecting better than last year because last year was that bad. So I'm at least expecting that. So I hope that comes true, Cody.
Bro, I certainly hope so too, man. I sure as shit hope so too, man. Because yeah, I mean, if you manage, if this company manages to put on a worse WrestleMania than WrestleMania 41, I don't know if Vegas is cursed or if Paul just needs to be carried out of the arena and never return to a WWE creative spot again. Whatever the case is, if you manage somehow in Las Vegas on April 19th and 18th, if you manage to put on a worse show than you did last year, then I mean, again, that Cody's comments do not say much there. I mean, oh boy, you're gonna put on a better show than last year. I certainly hope you can do that, and if you can't, oh,
Bad. That's real bad if you can't, man. And like Tom says, man, triple bald, triple Nazi, man, triple S, triple K, whatever you want to call him, man. He got to be in the hot seat if this Mania isn't even half decent, man. And he really should be scared for these third-party writers coming in, man, because you're dropping dud after dud, bro. You done dropped the last Kanye album, and now you dropped the newest Fetty Wap album. You're not doing good. You need a hit, bro. You need a hit. You need something decent, man. You need something decent.
speaking of something decent, man, Cody Rhodes. He spoke
Oh,
on the bus situation.
fucking Cody. Oh,
According to
you
an
kidding?
interview with Busted Open, Cody acknowledges that WWE's $10,000 per person price point for his upcoming WrestleMania 42 week bus tour is, and I quote, absurd. We did this tour last year very quietly, and it's just a sweet on location deal for people who want a little bit of that extra moment. I've got a good plan for them this year because, like you said, that's an absurd amount of money. And gosh, the fact that people are still there paying that makes me feel incredible. I would feel terrible if I was him.
And I'm sure he does, to be honest, because
He's
like
got
I'm
to.
sure he doesn't like. I'm sure he didn't be. Actually, I'm sure he didn't go up to fucking Triple H and Nick Khan and be like, "Hey, I get this idea, man. $10,000. We drive my fucking mobile home around with some smelly ass wrestling fans." I'm sure that wasn't even his idea. Again, I said it last week when we talked about it in the first place. I wouldn't even want no smelly ass fans in my mobile home like that. But he's got to do it. So I get it. And you could tell by the way he's talking, like he knows this is some absurd shit, dude.
100%. He says, so I want them to definitely feel like they got a unique and cool experience and something intimate from us.
That's the worst part, dude. You gotta be like up close and friendly with these fucking weird ass fans. Like, for like if it is like Chelsea and Waller that does the whole pasta making thing, that's so awkward, dude.
Yeah,
Because it's the
that's
weirdos
terrible.
that buy this shit, dude. It's like you ever see the pictures of like or those videos of like the meet and greets when they go up to fucking Liv Morgan asking them, for like a side hug during the picture and shit. Like, dude, that's just like the weirdest shit ever, man. These people are like so entitled to be like friends with them. Like, bro, they're not your friends, dude. This is their job. You're a customer to them. Like, this shit's just weird.
Bro, no, Cody, you could. I laughed when I seen this because I'm like, wow. I'm like, geez, you done made Cody Rhodes say something in WWE is absurd. Um, no, but it is cool. It is cool. It shows Cody's character that he wants to take care of these people that paid this money to go see his personal mobile home, go sit on his personal mobile home. I mean, it is cool, he does want to take care of them, and I'm sure he's gonna hook them up with something, whether it's merch or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
autographs, all that kind of stuff. Um, it's cool that Cody Rhodes is doing that, and it is cool that it is also crazy that like this is something particularly that WWE wanted to drive, at least from the way he's making it sound, like they kind of pushed this idea on him. That is pretty crazy at the end of the day, man, cuz I'm sorry, man, but if I was Cody Rhodes, I would have just been like, fuck no. Like no, I'm not doing that.
Even then, like, I'm not letting these people in my fucking home, in my mobile home, dude. Like, if I was going to be like, if y'all want to lower the price and we get like like an actual like little tour bus thing that I'll drive around, I'll do that. They're not walking in my fucking. They're not
No,
walking in
100%.
my house. Like that's weird, bro. It's weird. It's uncomfortable, and I'm sure they basically because like when you're up at the top like that, unless you really don't like something, you're not gonna be able to really like say no to something like that because that's why you're at that top spot is because you say yes to shit like that. So
Yeah.
it's just it puts guys like Cody in that predicament of like, damn, bro, like I can't say no. Like you got a guy like Gunther who has his own bus. You know he's saying no in a second, and that's like some real ass shit. But like Cody, he's to the level he is because he says yes to shit like that.
Yeah.
So they go, he's going to say yes. So let's ask this, in his words, absurd request, man. And that just sucks for everybody involved. It really does.
That's just so like, oh guys, let's take a tour of my. But this is where I sleep on the road. This is where I shower on the road. This is where I fucking eat dinner every night. Like what?
This, where my daughter eats her cereal when I get to see her a few times a year. Like, this shit is weird, man. This shit's weird. Like, dude, like, and you know, wrestling fans, they're gonna take liberty, like, look at all, like, just look around and like grab things and like, it's just weird, dude. It's like when that fucking like like that family friends kid has to come in your room when their parents are over talking to your parents, and they're touching your shit, and you're just standing there and you can't say nothing really, but you're just like you're a kid. You don't want to fucking say
Yeah.
nothing, but like you don't want them in your room touching your shit. It's like that, dude. It's just so awkward and weird.
It really is, bro. It really is. And two, I think the weirdest thing of all is like some of these wrestling fans, like damn well some of them are gonna be walking around the bus like fucking mesmerized that they just seen Cody Rhodes on the road bed. Oh, this is so cool. This is where Cody sleeps.
Cody sleeps. Exactly. It's a bunch of mouth breathers that fucking buy this shit, and they're gonna fucking have their mouth open. That's Cody Rhodes' bed. Ugh. Like, dude, oh yeah, that's his fucking bed. That's where he sleeps, you weirdo. Like, it's so weird, dude. It's so weird. But according to TikTok comments, man, we're just jealous we
That's
can't
it.
afford it, man.
Yep. I want to pay 10 G's if I had it and not, not I mean do anything else with the money. I want to sit in Cody Rhodes' bus
If
and
I was a rich asshole with fuck you money, that's what I would spend it on. Not a fun vehicle, not fucking trips abroad. No, man, I'm paying to see this Cody Rhodes bus.
I would probably use the money on something that benefits me and my family, not a fucking mobile home ride around Las Vegas.
Weirdos, man.
God. So, speaking of WrestleMania related stuff, Braun Breaker.
People are pissed about this one, man.
Yes, they are. According to Uncle Dave, Braun Breaker has reportedly been cleared for in-ring action. However, a decision was made not to rush into Breaker versus Rollins for WrestleMania 42. Instead, they're wanting to build they're wanting the proper TV time to build to the match later. With that, the decision for Gunther to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania was either right before or right after Elimination Chamber. A decision was made when Bronson Reed went down with the torn biceps. Gunther was most likely to face Rey Mysterio. It was said that was discussed, but not in the past several weeks. Mysterio was also injured. So it seems like, according to Meltzer, Bronson Reed is the reason for Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes as well. And
Oh
now
yeah, sure.
Gunther versus Seth Rollins, bro.
Apparently, man, Bronson Reed he's the domino effect for some reason, man. Don't know, still don't know what Dave was talking about, man. But he's domino effect.
He was. He was. Um again, speaking on the first part of it, or speaking on the second part of it, Gunther and Ray, with the utmost respect to Rey Mysterio, those plans were absolutely horrible. Absolutely
They were horrible.
nobody wanted to see Gunther versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. Not a soul. Um,
So
Speaking of Bronson Reed, that really does suck. I think Bronson and Seth could have been a really good match at WrestleMania. They obviously have history from before the Vision, and they have history in the Vision. So, speaking of Braun, does it suck? He's not going to be able to make Mania. Yes, it does. Now, in saying that, he it was for the better. I mean, it was for the better, man. Do not rush him back. You were ultimately rushing him back 3 weeks before WrestleMania to build to the match with Seth Rollins. Now, do they have history? Yes, they do. But at the end of the day, it's something that it's not going to be the end of the world if it's not on WrestleMania. And also, too, like I was saying a couple weeks ago, you need post-Mania hype. So like maybe it'd be a good thing to save Braun for post-Mania so you can get a big pop on that Raw after WrestleMania and Braun, comes out, attacks Seth or whatever the case. Excuse me. You're gonna need something like that. You're gonna need post-Mania hype. And at the end of the day, Gunther didn't have anything to do, but he needed something to do. I mean, he just retired John Cena, and you can make sense out of Gunther Rollins. And two, Breaker Rollins is something that, has story where you can drag that, as a summer feud, and you can have these guys, settle their differences over the summer and build even more story behind it, man. So I actually don't hate the decision, bro. And two, hernias are serious things, bro. Those are things you also don't want to re-aggravate and that are very easy to re-aggravate. So just let the man take the extra 3 weeks off and, just keep rehabbing, keep strengthening the hernia, bro. No point in rushing him back for a match with Seth Rollins to piggyback off of Paul Heyman build that has not been that good.
exactly, the build has been horrible with Paul Heyman. I mean, that is some of the worst shit. He's talking about adopting his daughter and turning her against her and saying that fucking Becky's gonna be for the team. It's such weird, dumb shit that they've been booking, man. It's been horrible. Um, And, people are like, oh, the doctors, cleared him. I don't trust any of these wrestling doctors, man. They fucking cleared Cody Rhodes when he had a fucking torn pec. They clear Seth Rollins every year for Mania, and he should not be cleared every year for the past like 2, 3 Manias, dude. Like, none of this shit. You can't trust these doctors, man. No matter the company, really, because they care about them. Of course, the company wants them at the shows if they could be medically at the shows, man. This is a hernia. Take it from us. Hernias suck. They do, and they take a while to rehab and get fixed and get right and just recover from. Please take the time, especially with like what Tom says in the comments. The way he wrestles, man, with power and pede, and like how like quick and like movement heavy he is. You just take as much time as you can for his health, man. And the fact that their main reason is creatively is another reason I'll take too. Their Mania match, it would have been too soon. It looked to be garbage, man. In terms of build, it looked to be garbage, man. Take your time. Have them come back sometime after Mania and really build a real match that matters and that people want to see and care about. I think this is a very good decision. People are shitting on this man because, they say a whole bunch of things about wrestlers' health, but then instantly want Braun Breaker back. This is a good thing for his health and creatively. This is probably the best decision they made this whole WrestleMania build. This decision, I'm very glad they made this decision.
100%, bro. 100%. So, Randy Orton, according to the Wrestling Observer, those in WWE have denied that The Rock is who has been on the phone with Randy Orton. As noted before, if it was Dwayne Johnson, it's likely being kept a secret from everyone but Nick Khan, Paul Levesque, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. Cody,
And apparently,
you're our guy. That's what
you're our guy. And another funniest part about that, when we ended up watching the last episode of Unreal, and they show in it that Gunther just goes up to Triple H and just tells him he fucking figured it out, and that Seth was fucking lying. Gunther's the goat, man. Talking about, yeah, I saw it, and I was like, I was suspicious. I knew what was going on. Gunther's the goat, bro.
Yeah, that was
Like,
hilarious. That was
Bro,
hilarious, bro.
bro sniffed out the work. That's goaded, man. But I'm sure if it is like you said, bro, and if it is The Rock, I'm sure Cody is in that circle that knows. Maybe even Travis Scott. You never know, man. Or they don't really work with Travis Scott. Maybe it's Jelly Roll they told this time instead of Travis Scott. But they're gonna reveal it today, man. And who do you think it's gonna be, man? Do you think it's gonna be The Rock? Do you think it's gonna be Ted DiBiase Jr.? Who you thinking?
I don't think it will be Ted.
I don't think it will. As funny as that would be hilarious. I actually don't think it's going to be him.
When Randy Orton, I would take Ted for the story, but when Randy Orton was on, when Randy Orton did this little video where they announced that the person was going to be there on Friday, he's literally standing in front of a photo of his grandfather and his father, Cowboy Bob Orton. I think it's going to be Cowboy Bob Orton. I'm sure.
Exactly. I think it's going to be his dad. I think that made most sense the whole time.
Yes.
He's just listening to his dad. Maybe it's someone to get close. I seen this one, and I would take this one too. Arn Anderson would be pretty cool because you know how close he is to Cody. That'd be a cool answer. I just think it's his dad. It's literally just his dad. I think it was obvious the whole time. He's talking to his dad. He's locking in. His dad's telling him to lock the fuck in. I think it's pretty much is gonna be his dad, man. It's gonna be a cool little moment tonight, I'm sure. But people are talking all these answers and all these people, man. It's fucking Vince McMahon. Fucking God
Vince.
help my soul.
He's got some more weight dropped on his name. Him and his boy Brock. Brock's trying to let me see your meat, please. You know, they're too busy doing that. Vince is asking people to fucking go serve themselves for breakfast. So I think he's on the phone occupying himself with other things.
Exactly. Nick Khan was too busy fucking turning around at Vince's office door and just waiting in the hallway. The fucking office workers just didn't say nothing, I guess. They didn't think nothing was weird about that, man. But I think it's just very obvious. It is his dad, Cowboy Bob Orton, and it's not. It's literally not The Rock, people. Please.
No, it is not. Look,
We do it
so
every time.
yeah, literally, dude. Yeah, I mean, again, for the story, I think Ted DiBiase could be cool. I don't think it will be Ted. I think again, Arn Anderson is a name that is that's a very interesting name. I think that would be really cool. Only because you can play into the story. WWE won't do it because it's a callback to AEW, but like, Arn was trying to pull that dog out of Cody years ago. You know what I mean?
Glock promo.
Exactly. He said Cody's the type to just get robbed and just, get took. But, Arn, he's the type to pull out a Glock and fucking blow his brains all over the ground or whatever he said. That would that would and the best part about that segment was Cody's face the whole time when he was just like when Arn said the Glock line, the way Cody was just look horrified. He's like, "Oh my god, no."
And then, like, my favorite part is in conjunction to Cody's face is the so unnecessary fucking Glock arm movement that Arn did, where he
Ugh,
fucking fake pointed a Glock at
dude,
Cody's head.
right in his head.
Fucking goated segment, dude. Goated, but like there is that story of he tried to get Cody to lock in before, as a whole lesson thing, and he, Orton calls him back to show him, what he needs to do. That would be cool. I'd be cool for Arn, but it's his dad. I mean, come on, people.
He's gonna let him meet his dad tonight, bro.
He's gonna let you meet my dad, bro. He's gonna hit the Dax line.
Man, tonight, bro. All right, bro. So, the final story today pertains to Randy Orton. According to Wrestle Features, the post WrestleMania feud for Randy Orton is going to be Randy Orton versus Jacob Fatu. You better be telling me this is for the WWE Championship, because if Randy Orton loses to Cody Rhodes and then just after one match, I'm thinking this has got to be for the world title, dude. This has to be. There's no way Randy Orton is going to lose the match at WrestleMania and then just not continue anything with Cody Rhodes and just spiral into a Jacob Fatu feud. There's no way. There's no way.
This has to be just essentially like the showing of like their plan is for Orton to win, bro. Because like you said, there's no way they're gonna kill this Orton heel turn that fast. Which it's still funny because if you did the fatal 4-way and Randy won, you could still just do that at Backlash, that same exact match you're planning. But okay, but it better be for the title, dude. If that match at Backlash does not involve the world title, I don't know, because that's the thing. Let's say, because if Randy wins, you really have the excuse of Cody always being around that title to really not have a bunch of rematches after that. I'm sure they will, but you really don't have to. But if it's the reverse, Randy needs at least 2 or 3 attempts to go for that title again, man. You know what I mean? And that would be horrible. That would be horrible if it's not for the title. And I like the idea of that match and that feud, but it needs a title. If it doesn't have the title, it's worthless.
If Cody Rhodes straight up beats Randy Orton and
Brother.
Jacob Fatu wins his match at WrestleMania. If Jacob wins his match at WrestleMania, it would make the most sense for him to then move on to the WWE Championship, because those guys have been so intertwined. That should almost work as like an unspoken #1 contender match, pretty much.
Like Tom says in the comments, if it was Randy who jumped him and Drew was right, then boom, you got the excuse right there. You jumped me, and now you're champion. I just won at WrestleMania. Now I want you in that championship. You have it right there. If they don't go with that, oh my god, oh man.
This could be a very good thing, but it could also be a very bad thing, off the likely possibility that Cody Rhodes straight up just wins and then goes into whatever with somebody else. If they have Orton turn heel and immediately drop the Cody feud after a one loss just to feud with Fatu, oh brother, we will have bigger problems come April 19th, because my god. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that this means that the Fatu stuff is going to be for the WWE Championship, which, like you said, kind of fits together seamlessly with Orton winning it, Fatu winning his match at Mania, and them kind of just spiraling into a feud there. Hopefully for Jacob to win his first WWE Championship. I think that would be the correct way to go. Will they go that way? I
don't trust them.
You can never fully trust WWE at this point, man. But that is your post-Mania feud, bro. As hey, that is everything for the news here today. It's been a pretty loaded news episode, man. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us for another edition of the news. Also, guys, one last final reminder. Tomorrow at about 7 p.m. Central, we will be going live with NHG, Notorious Heels Gaming, man. We'll be live with Notorious Heels Gaming. We'll be trying out 2K26. And we're going to see how it goes, man. We're going to see how it goes. Hopefully it's good. So join us tomorrow for that. And yeah, with that being said, that is everything we got here today for you guys, man, for this edition of the news. Again, guys, enjoy your Easter. This has been episode 312, and it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the news. Thank you to everybody here. We got my guy Tom, we got David, and we got Manager Logan in the chat. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us. And my guys, part of the Replay Mafia. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all tomorrow night with Notorious Heels Gaming WWE 2K26.
Peace.